the volume for that.
What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here with AC, Kevol with his fresh haircut, and Dilly Vanilli with his fresh shades. We're here for Super Bowl 52 recap. Patriots, Eagles. The Eagles upset the Patriots with a big win, a big performance from the Eagles offense. A great Super Bowl, a memorable one all the way through, not just the fourth quarter, not just the first quarter. From first play to last play, this was a fantastic game to watch, and the better team came away with the victory. I'm going to hand it over to AC, the Eagles fan, to let you know what his initial thoughts are on the win. Of course, he's been waiting a long time for this, so here we go, AC.
Too long, Mitch. Okay, well, first I'll start off with E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles, baby! Eagles, Super Bowl champs, the underdogs, the Dynasty versus the dogs, and what a game it was. And you know what? I think the biggest thing was, no matter what lead we had, it wasn't guaranteed at all. This whole game wasn't guaranteed. Our defense, which I thought, when I'm looking at this game, I thought this defense would step up and stop Tom Brady. We didn't stop Tom Brady for shit. We got one fumble and a couple 3-and-outs more than they did. But what it came down to was big Nick Foles throwing the rock, Doug Peterson with maybe some of the best play calling I've seen in a Super Bowl, going in that, that fourth down receiver reverse throw to a third string tight end who threw it. And, I feel Eagles are Super Bowl champs, and I feel we outcoached the New England Patriots. We outcoached them. We outplayed them, and we were the better team tonight in the frickin' Super Bowl. I'm going to try not to swear. The frickin' Super Bowl, and after 20 years of me following this team,
you can swear all you want, man. Go ahead.
No. We'll try to keep it somewhat PG. Only my rebuttals I start swearing when I get pissed off. But right now,
you shouldn't be pissed off at all today.
No, I'm not pissed off. But I know you guys, and I know you don't have much on me now because there's a lot of haters in this room that were hating on the Eagles, or maybe more Patriots than they were pro-Eagles. There was a lot of those guys.
Sounds like a lot of subliminals being shot there. I don't know who that's
subliminals, Dylan. I'm the world champ, baby. Eagles are world champs. 20 years in the making. I'm a world freaking champ, baby. And we were the better team. And dynasties versus the dogs, and the dogs took over.
All right. What was everybody else's thoughts on the game? We'll start off with Kevol with his nice Seahawks shirt on. Kevol, where did you watch the game? How was the festivities?
The festivities were mostly pro-Eagles where I was, and at the pub. The crowd, I think, was mostly pro-Eagle. This was...
Kev, wait. Did you get any numbers?
Did I get any numbers?
31-3.
Mostly males there, so no. No.
I don't know. Do you swing that way, Kev?
I do not swing that way.
Okay. Hey. I'm just letting Bodo know that you don't swing that way. All right. Continue, Kev.
What is? Oh, shut up, Bodo. My God.
Yeah. At least you were with people. Kev.
I was with people. Ate food, and it was a great game. I think I agree with the first thing I'm going to say. Is I hate to say it, I think Peterson outcoached Belichick tonight. I think the game plan was really interesting for the Eagles in that they were being very aggressive offensively, and the belief was we're going to just outscore the Patriots. We're going to try to score as many points on the Patriots as we can, because I think firmly they saw what maybe Patriot fans were afraid to admit, that this defense was not as tough as people thought and that they could score. I think you look back, I was thinking about this even today, because I almost changed my pick, to be honest with you. I almost was going to change my pick to the Eagles, and I didn't do it. But I kind of was like, if you took Brady and Foles out, the Eagles were a more talented team than the Patriots.
This is what I said all week, to be fair.
Okay,
so,
but yeah.
Totally, yeah. 100%.
And we'll get to you later, Mitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just felt like they were aggressive. They were able to run the ball right up the middle. They were off to the Mall of America to grab a food food at the food court and able to come back in the running game. And that defense wasn't spectacular tonight, but they made the one big play they had to make, and that was the fumble near the end. And I think the red zone was also a huge difference. The Eagles were incredible. The guts to even make the call, a 4th and 1 late in the second half, and just the guts to do it, and how Foles was wide open. That was incredible. That was a
Patriots. That was out of the Patriots playbook.
Yeah, that was
do that. I'm just saying, even though that just made it 22-12, it still was just the Eagles have the balls to keep up with the Patriots. We saw this against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They all of a sudden just get really defensive. Their offense doesn't click as much. The Eagles kept the pedal on, foot on the pedal, and that play call just exemplified what Doug Peterson and this offense and this Philadelphia Eagles team was all about all season that was overlooked.
Yeah. And I just, I think the story of Nick Foles is great, but this Eagles team was an underdog against the Falcons. That's pretty disrespectful. They were the underdog to the Vikings, but at 6th seed, and they were the underdog here and not considered by many to be given a fight. I think credit for that. Credit for Nick Foles, this guy that was going to quit football a few years ago and only wanted to play with Andy Reid as the Super Bowl MVP. Give him credit for that. And I think the big thing is, I felt tonight the difference between the Falcons, the Jaguars, and the Seahawks before them is they respected Tom Brady, but they didn't fear Tom Brady. They knew that Tom Brady would get the yards. They knew that Tom Brady was going to get 300 to 500 yards. They knew that Gronk was going to be a man beast. They knew all of these things, but they weren't afraid of him. And that was, I think, the biggest difference with why I think the Eagles won this game over the Falcons and the Seahawks before them.
All right, Dylan, what's your thoughts?
I just want to say, well said, Kev. Well said. And for all those people that on this channel, they know I'm a Seahawks hater. I think the start of everything me being a Seahawks hater was because they had one more Super Bowl than myself or of the teams I cheer for. And now we have the same amount. I love the Seahawks. Seahawks are my top 5 favorite team now. Total 180. And next year, you're going to see a different side of Adam when it comes to the Seahawks.
Thanks God. All right, Dylan.
I thought it was a really good game, really a lot of fun. I was hanging out with the family, the dad side of the family, the Mexican side is always good. It was always about, what were we going to get in this game? What am I expecting coming into this game? I'm expecting 2 teams to come out here. Didn't expect this kind of defensive performance, but I was expecting a back and forth matchup to see were the Eagles going to catch the Patriots off guard? Were they going to make one more play on defense? Were they going to make some kind of creative plays? And they did a lot of those things. They were very creative on the offense. Of course, 4th and goal. Not a lot of coaches are going to go out there and be like, yeah, let's throw to our quarterback. Not a lot of people are going to do that, especially with the 3rd string tight end and Trey Burton. Not a lot of times they're going to call that. The field goals were a big issue. Obviously, we thought that could be a crucial part of the game going forward into it. And that was interesting. But the Eagles kept pounding the ball with the running game. Very good 1-2 attack with Blunt and Ajayi. They were very aggressive runners, and I like what I saw out of them. Foles played a phenomenal game, going out there, 3 touchdown passes, 1 receiving touchdown. A guy that obviously was backing up the MVP or an MVP candidate in Wentz to go down in this situation and basically play the preseason with the last of the regular season games to get himself ready for the Falcons, who had just won the Super Bowl or got to the Super Bowl the year before, the Vikings, who were coming in with a lot of hype with their best defense, and the Patriots with all the things, the accomplishments that the Patriots have done. And Foles went out there and played a really, really good game. Brady, I don't think you can take much away on saying that this is a loss on him. He still threw for over 500 yards against this Eagles defense that we knew was a very good defense. And he had a lot, and he also, no Brandon Cooks in there too. So a lot of those yards were going to other guys. The second half, he started connecting with Gronkowski, which was a good thing considering the first half he only had 1 catch for 9 yards. And then they went out there and did 2 touchdown catches. So that was a good thing see. But the Eagles made one more play, and it got the job done. You could say whether or not that was a catch or a catch. I think it was a catch, but still a very good game, very entertaining game with no stake in hand for me. I just wanted to see a good Super Bowl, and I think we did see a really good game.
But are you somewhat bitter that the Eagles won and it wasn't? And in the NFC East, it's a team that you dislike. It's in the division. I dislike the Cowboys. I'm allowed to say it. You dislike the Eagles. No?
I don't have any hate towards you getting the Super Bowl, though.
Okay. I don't think I've ever cheered.
What I'm saying is that you won the Super Bowl outright. Like, if I'm not going to say, like, oh, they cheated to get the Super Bowl. That's not how it works. Y'all played the better football.
I understand that. But, like, obviously, from your picks, everything, you were rooting for the Patriots in this game.
I wasn't rooting for either.
When it got close, when it got close, you wanted your prediction to be right, so you were rooting for the Patriots.
I predicted the Patriots to win this football game. That's all I did.
When it was close, you were still when they were down, you were rooting for the Patriots, so your prediction would come true.
Where do you see that? Where's the evidence for that?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, if you rooted for the Patriots to,
I didn't root for anybody.
Okay,
this is a game I wanted to see both teams play a good football.
Mitch, all I'm saying is if he.
Why does it matter?
I'm just trying. I'm being calm. Like, I'm just saying, if you pick the Patriots when they were down in any Super Bowl, I've been in this situation before. Were you not rooting for the Patriots?
AC, is it not okay to root for the Patriots?
It is okay. I just want him to say that he was rooting for the Patriots when they were down.
I want my prediction to be correct, but that's it. Right at the end of the day, it's not gonna. It didn't cost me any money.
It didn't
cost me any of my time.
It didn't cost you, but you were somewhat rooting for the Patriots. So your prediction could be correct.
It's okay. So you're not allowed to root for the Patriots. It's fine. You can only root for the Eagles.
You're totally allowed. Fine. I just want to hear that you are rooting. I rooted for the Eagles. That's what I'm saying. I just want to hear.
Team, though. I have no team stake in this.
But everyone has a team in the Super Bowl. When someone's down or winning, you have an inclination. Everyone's like this. It's just human nature, man.
It's human nature. I would agree with AC in the fact that I can't watch a game and get 3 quarters into it and not say I'm slightly rooting to one team. 100%. I may not be fully invested like an Eagles or Patriots fan.
I agree. And
but
that's what I'm
you're still like, oh, I wish this team would have won, but whatever. I won't lose sleep at night if this team.
And Mitch, that's all I'm getting at. Is I just want to hear when you were with your family and stuff and the Patriots was down or winning or the Eagles were taking that drive, you wanted the Patriots to stop the Eagles from scoring. Is that correct?
Not true, so, nope.
I'll back up Dylan a little bit here because I don't think I really have heard him cheer either way. Like I will.
I don't either. But like why? I don't know. Why does it matter? Let's just.
What matters is because Dylan for a long time. No, wait. Okay. Dylan for a long time would send a bunch of stuff about Eagles no rings, and even if it's a joke,
that one picture that you sent by the way, the one picture that I did send you on that was because it was for hype of our Cowboys game, which we all produce. It's the Eagles Cowboys. We want to hype that up. I didn't send it any other week except for
I'm saying for me, I'm just as much of an Eagles fan. You are a Cowboys fan, and if the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl against the Patriots in the same situation, I'd be rooting heavily against the Cowboys.
That's you then.
Okay, me. That's cool.
All right. My thoughts on the game. Obviously, the Patriots lost. Does this make me sour in any way? No. The Eagles won. They played the better game. I tweeted it out. The Patriots played a one-dimensional football game. You're never going to win a football game playing one-dimensional. Bill Belichick got totally out-coached. He was atrocious in this game. Freaking terrible. The defense couldn't tackle. The defense couldn't cover. The defense couldn't pass rush. The defense couldn't stop the run. Gostkowski couldn't kick. Basically, all you had was the greatest quarterback of all time. And honestly, it was surprising this game was this close with the way that your defense played. They forced one punt. That was it. One punt. And you were asking Tom Brady to play a top 5 defense in the NFL and score 30-plus points. As far as I'm concerned, this is one of the best games Tom Brady has ever played. That's win or loss, doesn't matter. This is one of the best games Tom Brady has ever played. The Patriots, they didn't play well. And as far as it goes, from Bill Belichick sitting Malcolm Butler, I'm not sure if he was sick or not, or sick or not, I should say. But that's a weak excuse. If your defense continues to not make stops, and Tom Brady's sitting there on the sidelines like, Jesus Christ, can we just get a stop so I can go down and score again? Like, I felt bad for Malcolm Butler as a guy that made that play in Super Bowl 49, has been a staple of this organization, a great stand-up guy, a hard-working individual. I hope he goes somewhere. I hope he signs a crazy contract and he goes and balls out, because that was terrible. I understand that you think that Malcolm Butler he's not big, so he can't cover a Torrey Smith or an Alshon Jeffrey. It would have helped if you would have had him on Nelson Aguilar. Then you could have maybe put Chung on someone else instead of having your safety play against the slot corner. And yeah, Chung played awesome. He was one of the only players on defense that actually played good. But Eric Rowe got owned the first quarter of the game.
100%. But like something had to have happened more serious than just sitting.
I don't know. See, I'm not in the locker room, AC. But all I'm saying is like,
as an Eagles fan, I've ripped on Eric Rowe and he got lit up. He made a couple good plays.
He made a couple plays.
He got lit up for them. No, he made a good couple plays where it meant something. But Eric Rowe, an ex-Eagles, where I always talked about Jim Schwartz didn't like Eric Rowe and shipped him for nothing. And all of a sudden, this guy is getting beat a lot for big plays. Like, look at the yards. Eric Rowe was on for at least 30 to 40% of those yards.
And Stephon Gilmore was excellent. We'll get to all the players.
Yeah, no, he was.
Malcolm Butler, I just don't understand how this player, you don't give him a chance to play. One snap. He did not play one snap. Not one on defense.
And to be fair to the Patriots, I thought Butler was a guy, he's going to come in at halftime and just shut down. You know what I mean? Shut the guy down.
That they were at least going to make an adjustment and say, hey, Malcolm, we maybe thought before the game that you weren't going to be the best guy to go out there, but we need you now. So you can go out there. That's what I thought. I was like, okay, if they do that, that's cool. And if he fails, he fails. But the fact that he never goes out there and never plays a snap, this isn't an excuse. This isn't an excuse. This is just me saying, I think that's a fucking dick move. That's a dick move overall. And that's a terrible move, because if I'm being playing in national championships as a lacrosse player, if I was a starter and I was on the power play all year, and in that game you take me off the power play and I don't play at all, and you're going to ask, me to sit out after the game, I would feel like you screwed your team because I didn't play. That's what I would feel. If I was Malcolm Butler, I would be like, we lost because I wasn't playing.
No, I get that. And that just comes down to coaching and
it does.
Glorious. And I'm allowed now because what I said that the Eagles team, I said week 3, I want to play the Patriots. I want to play that defense. Yes, no Malcolm Butler, but the way the Eagles with Foles, who obviously was a Super Bowl MVP, and you can remember I talked in week 16 about Jeff Hostetler, the last backup.
Well, Jeff Hostetler didn't do that, but
yeah. No, he didn't do that. But I'm just I'm understanding. But when we look at Foles in that Oakland game, week 16, Christmas Day, he was terrible. Everyone against the Cowboys, terrible, even if it was for one series.
And AC, I want to ask you a question. I have 2 questions for you.
Let's hear it.
First one. Who do you like more as a player, McNabb or Foles?
Foles. He won us the championship.
All right. Second question.
I'm indebted to Foles my whole entire life.
Second question. Who do you play next year? Do you trade Foles?
Yeah. You have to.
I don't know if I trade Foles.
No.
He's going to go somewhere. There's no chance he stays on the team and doesn't start.
Here's the talk. It's when Foles was asked after the game, do you want to be back? He's actually, you know what? You know what he wants to be after he finishes football? He wants to be a preacher. You know who's just as religious as him is Wentz. So if he wants to, I feel like he's so content of what's going on that I feel like I don't think Wentz is going to be ready week 1. That I feel like Foles still thinks he has opportunity to play. But even if he doesn't, I do feel like what did I say all season to you boys? There's something going on with this team that's non-on-field related. I said this. Kev, back me up.
You did. Yep.
I said there was something going on with this team in the locker room. If it was Christianity, sure, that's great. If it's off the field, helping out underprivileged education or stuff like that. I just felt like there was something that everyone was buying into on this team from the get-go. And you know what, too? We'll get into this. The two ex-Patriots.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought was the difference in a way. Like, Blunt with that big run, with the touchdown run.
What did Chris Long do?
Long got some pressure at times. Like, he didn't do a lot, but I just felt like that could have been an X factor because there's not a great formula of beating the Pats. We just beat the Pats that wasn't the Giants formula. You know what I mean? In 2011 and 2007.
There is no formula. You just...
No, I know, but when you look at a bunch of Super Bowls, the times the Pats lost, it's because that offense isn't clicking. The offense, the New England offense lit it up except for one fumble and one third down that they had the punt, right? When we threw the interception, they had the punt.
Actually, the Patriots didn't punt today.
The Patriots offense was fucking amazing in this game.
They went for it on fourth. So we threw an interception and they went for it on fourth and they didn't get it.
And then they missed field goal.
Exactly. And,
that's special teams.
No, but
those were the three
fourth after on the interception when we gave away a drive. It was because they went to midfield and then went for it, and then we got the ball back.
Yeah.
So I do think those extra Patriots. But everything I said besides of how the game was going to be played, just this team. There's something going on in the locker room with 52 guys coming together and playing good football or finding a way to win, bend not break, whatever you want to say, the missed kick, the field goal, that happens. But it's just like you still find a way to win. And I think that Brandon Graham strip sack was, well, I guess it was more of a strip than a sack, but still, like, I was more emotional on the strip sack than I was on the Hail Mary because I actually thought once the strip sack happened, the odds are
I thought it was over there.
99-1. And then the Hail Mary, I was stoked, but like I was more emotional with that strip sack. Like I'm just telling you guys what I've been telling you guys all year is there was something going on. What you need 52 guys to play. And also I was telling you that this New England defense isn't very good. And if we prove that, this New England defense
it clearly isn't.
But every time I said it, you would bring up the last 5 weeks of the season or whatever you wanted to bring in. And some.
Can I respond to this?
Yes.
I always said they were a bend but don't break defense, and it was mostly because of their coaching. It was not because of their talent.
But
correct?
If you get out coached, that's still a problem.
Exactly.
Like
if they get out coached, they're going to be done. And I said in the preview, I thought that the Eagles would move the ball. I just didn't think they would score 41 points.
Like,
and to be fair, I was wrong.
Third down?
Oh, they were terrible on third down. Because
the Eagles on third down was the best.
10 for 16.
You look at this roster, this defensive roster for the Patriots.
I just love how Eric Rowe got beat up.
It's brutal. And I don't even think it was the secondary so much. They couldn't touch Foles. They couldn't even get, like...
There was no pressure.
There was no pressure. Foles. I mean, like, James Harrison, who you signed off the street, was your best pass rusher in this game.
Yeah, true. But you have to give credit to Foles because he felt that pressure on plays.
He made plays.
There was that big third down that, like, he felt pressure and he made it. Yeah.
Yeah, he made plays. But, I mean, just, sitting there as a Patriots fan and watching this game, it was – I don't know what the word is. It was painful. Like, to watch the defense, it was just like
they couldn't stop a nosebleed. That was
like it was. I felt helpless. Like I was just like, what? Like I couldn't. Like this was like when they had the defenses where their offense was amazing. Like back in like the 2010, 2011, 2012 years, where they had some of the best offenses ever assembled. Like points-wise, stat-wise, whatever. And they had those terrible defenses that lost to like Mark Sanchez and Eli and Flacco. That I felt the exact same way watching this defense play in this game. It was just like, I can't do that. Like they're just not good enough. Like and Coach Peterson, he had a great game plan. They had balls to go for it. And the Eagles players, like even when the Patriots were right there, they were competitive. There was a hand in the receiver's face. They still made the catch. So you got to give it to him. Now we'll get into some of the calls, which could have went either way. I kind of felt like it's the Super Bowl. I was kind of hoping that it would get reversed. Obviously, it's the Super Bowl, so it probably wasn't going to be because they weren't going to reverse those calls in the Super Bowl and everyone freak out on Twitter. But
so you're saying that you believe that was an incomplete, the Ertz pass?
I think that the Clement one was for sure. I don't know about the Ertz one. I don't think the
Clement one was incomplete. I'm sorry.
I don't think the Ertz one was because he already crossed the plane and it was like, yeah, it's a touchdown. And he had like 3 steps to go.
The only reason it was even in doubt was because of the Justin James.
Obviously, I was hoping it was an incompletion, but it was.
For sure. But I'm saying with the Clement one, that comes down to he had possession the whole way. Even if it moves, he still has possession. You know what I mean? That's why they called that a catch. Yeah. Because even if it moves in his arm, he's still possession. If I'm holding a football and all of a sudden just moves a bit, I'm still controlling
it's not exactly what happened on the play. It was the precedent before it. It was the plays that have been reversed that have been very similar before this play this season to tell me that, hey, that's probably an incomplete pass, but also it's the Super Bowl. And people have been bitching about the Patriots getting calls, so they're probably not going to give them the call.
Okay, but I'm saying let's not even talk about this game coming down to penalty calls or catching. Let's not.
It didn't.
It didn't. But we do need to clarify what a catch is in the
NFL. It's ridiculous. I'm sitting there, and again, the word helpless comes up. I cover the NFL on YouTube with you guys. Every week, I watch almost every game, and I have no idea what a catch is.
This year in particular was atrocious.
It was atrocious for it.
I have no idea what the sense of a catch.
I'll say, I thought the Clement catch was going to get overturned because of what they were calling. But one thing I will say, what a fucking throw.
Yeah, that was a beauty.
What a fucking throw.
Yeah.
Safety over top. There was 3 guys there to a running back. And let's talk for a sec about Corey Clement, who I've been raving about all season. Undrafted rookie. You think the Pats pick up the most undrafted players? How about the undrafted rookie, Corey Clement? Even on that first series, he had a nice screen pass.
To be fair, this is 1 year you've had undrafted players. This isn't. This isn't only 15 years.
But Mitch, it's the only year that matters.
Right now,
it's the only year that matters.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
What we're talking about is the only year that matters. We're talking about February 4th.
No, I'm just saying
2018.
And
the Eagles are Super Bowl champs, and it matters, man.
AC, when you say, oh, you think the Patriots do? Yeah, they do. They've racked up a lot of fines, and that's why they've been so successful.
Look at what this guy just did in the Super Bowl as an undrafted
And
rookie.
I think a guy that's not getting enough attention for this win for Philadelphia is their GM, Laurie.
Yeah, I've been
like
Howie Roseman.
Yeah. Laurie's the owner, right? So like these guys have put together a great team, and they proved to be the best overall team. Both teams had injuries. And that in a sloppy year where great team, like all great players got hurt, just from an NFL perspective, I hope that OBJ comes back. I hope that Aaron Rodgers comes back. I hope JJ Watt comes back. Because you kind of saw in the Super Bowl, as great as
it took a sloppy year of injuries for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. But I'll still take it.
No. I said both teams had injuries in this game. The Eagles, they were playing without their quarterback. They're playing without their left tackle, and the Patriots were playing without 3-4 players, right? Yeah. So, both
Same
teams, stud players, right? Yeah. And that's kind of been the story all year. And whatever team could kind of put it together and find the replacements and find the ways to get over that hump. And the Eagles were able to do it the best. And, that's
true.
That's what it says about Nick Foles and coming in.
And to give you credit, I remember you saying at the beginning of the season when all these injuries happened, this was a bizarre year that anything can happen. And it did.
Yeah. I mean,
I still think though,
our first 6 weeks we were terrible.
But I do still think, when you have Gronk and Brady, it's still we were the underdogs. The Patriots, Everything was going towards the Patriots winning this game and completing their 3-4 and their dynasty.
Honestly, probably nobody expected the Eagles to win 41-33. I didn't.
No, but no one expected the Eagles to even get to the Super Bowl after losing Wentz. It's just crazy how things work out, and that's why I bring it back to what the locker room was about, what this coaching staff's about. Jeff Swartz going to be back again next year. If it's like, I think we can win 12, 13 games with Foles if we wanted to. Because I think Peterson just is figuring out how to coach in this league. And I think it's a bad sign if you're not an Eagles fan. Because I think this team's going to be very good for years to come.
Yeah.
I think we're going to win the Super Bowl next year.
All right. There we go. It's a guarantee.
No, I didn't guarantee. I think. I said I think.
I think we could have a rematch next year. I very well think that could happen.
I think so too.
I don't. I'm going to tell you right now. I saw.
I said I think. I'm not going to say it's going to happen.
I know. I don't think.
I saw a dynasty crumble before our eyes tonight.
Oh, so you're saying the Eagles have a better chance than the Patriots?
I do. I would say so, actually. Yes,
okay.
I do.
I like that. I
do.
Why did the dynasty crumble today?
It did.
Because I think
and it didn't. I mean, it didn't crumble.
It crumbled.
Five titles. I mean, how much could you ask for? Like 8 titles.
5 and 3 though.
I'd rather go to 8 than win 5 and lose 0.
If you think about 2-1 in the last 4 years.
Hey, I respect what the Patriots have done. No question. I mean,
respect.
And it doesn't take away from Brady. It doesn't take away from Belichick. It doesn't take away from the Patriots.
What the Patriots have done. But if you look at what the NFL has become, I think what we saw today was a team that, and I think the Jags were a little bit this way too until the end. I think that people were respecting Brady and respecting the Patriots, but they were starting to not fear the Patriots. And
because the Patriots weren't that great this year. That's why they didn't win the Super Bowl.
I think a lot of it is the Patriots were relying so much on, okay, it's going to be Brady and Gronk, and we'll fit everybody else into our pieces. And the other teams are like, we're going to build a team around them, and we're not going to fear the Patriots.
I agree, Kev.
And I think that I see a team like, I'll say this, I think Jacksonville can beat the Patriots next year.
They can. But from my perspective, from everything you just said, pretty much from what I take away from what you just said, Brady, Gronk, they were relying on them and not caring about the rest of the team, just putting pieces around. That tells me that, hey, the Patriots weren't that good this year, and that's taking nothing away from the Eagles. But that's saying that the Patriots dynasty and the way that they've been is so great that they can make the Super Bowl even with not being the best that they can be. And that to me is what you're saying to me.
That's starting to fade.
My question about next year is the uncertainty this team brings. Because
obviously they're losing their defensive coordinator, which doesn't look like a loss right now, to be quite honest with you. They're losing the offensive coordinator.
He got
fucking lit up. McDaniels was amazing.
McDaniels is gone.
Okay, so if Patricia is an astrophysicist or whatever, Doug Peterson is an astronaut. Like, he's in space doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's my call.
But then also you got Gronk considering retirement, which I don't think is going to happen. But he's making.
I think he's getting over emotional on that one. But
he probably is. But
again, I say, like I said to you, Dylan, before, I never expected him to play 15 years, but I don't expect him to retire
crumbling.
now.
Is Gronk actually saying he's going to retire?
No, he didn't say that. He said he's
questioning whether or not
the question was like, what do you think about your retirement or not retirement? What do you think about your future? And he was just like, I definitely have some things to consider about my future because I'm guessing because of the concussion and stuff like that.
The one thing I'll say is, though, I do question how Patriots act in the media and how in losses, Belichick, who cares what he says? But if Gronk's saying that, and then, you know what got me? If you're the GOAT, if you're Tom Brady, you're the GOAT, and you lose, how do you not give any credit to the other team? Like, how do you not?
I didn't hear it, so I can't even respond.
No, I heard it. How do you not give credit to Foles and what he just did against your defense?
Well,
how do you not give credit No,
what did he,
all
say?
he said was all he was saying was we needed to play better and all that. But he didn't say
That's what they always. To be fair, AC, that's what they always say.
But if you're the GOAT, how do you not just be like, yo, look at this guy, Nick Foles, my counterpart, a guy that's, a good guy and is the Super Bowl MVP. How do you not be like, that guy just balled out and beat us? Like, I just don't get how he doesn't
But
say
AC, that's also what you get from Tom Brady because he is the greatest of all time, and that's just the way he is.
I feel like GOATs, I think if you're a real GOAT, you should give credit to someone that beats you.
I don't think Michael Jordan ever gave credit to anybody. I don't think Tiger Woods ever gave credit to anybody.
He didn't fucking lose. Michael Jordan didn't
He
fucking
lost
lose.
He lost before the finals.
He didn't lose in the finals, though.
He lost before.
Okay, but I'm just saying, in the finals, I'm saying Tiger Woods, every time he was in the playoff, commended the guy he played against.
What I'm saying is, when you're that competitive, he didn't say anything stupid. Like, he didn't Cam Newton it. He didn't act like a baby. He just said we should have played better. Right?
I think he could have given more credit to Nick Foles.
So I can't even really comment.
I saw it. I'm just saying, there was a lot of questions directed to him where he could have credited Nick Foles in just beating him. Like, he beat his team's defense. Like, the defense he sees every day. Like, Nick Foles.
And he probably, and inside, when you're playing there, you know that you're, as an athlete, AC, you know that there's certain aspects of your team when you're on a team that are weaker than others. And probably after losses such as losses in the finals, in the Super Bowl, you feel like maybe inside, he wasn't going to say it out loud, that this defense cost them the game. Do you not think that? Maybe he didn't want to go out of his way and say all this stuff about Foles, because maybe inside it was hurting him that this defense didn't do their part.
And it was probably hurting him to be like, Nick Foles was Super Bowl MVP and beat us, the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Okay, I'll take that.
Okay. Let's go into the stats because we haven't really addressed that yet.
Let's do it.
All right. So the Philadelphia Eagles, quarterback. All right, let's just go quarterbacks. So Nick Foles, 28 for 48, 373, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Daron Harmon, and then Burton threw a touchdown to Nick Foles, who caught it for 1 yard. Tom Brady.
Hey, isn't Trey Burton, should we not say give Trey Burton isn't he the first NFL quarterback to ever have a perfect passer rating? Yeah. We're not congratulate him for that? Come on. Come on.
Come on, Dylan. Get your hands
I think I restate that.
There
I think he's the first tight end to ever have a perfect passer rating.
That's great.
I think he's the first third tight end.
Tom Brady.
Kevel, go Seahawks next year, buddy.
Right. 28 for 48, 505 yards, three touchdowns. Danny Amendola for 1, of course, dropped by Brady. Now
the playoff goat that was chirping.
This is a Tom Brady photo with Danny
Amendola did have 8 catches for 152 yards, so I think he played pretty well.
I know. No, he's the goat. He's the goat. He's the playoff goat. But I just know,
and it was a good pass. Brady should have caught the ball.
How Amendola is the only guy on the Patriots that chirps.
No, what do you mean?
Amendola is the only offensive player on that team that chirps.
I think there's the catch.
Are you serious?
I think Amendola is the only one.
A lot of guys on the Patriots chirp, including his best friend, Julian Edelman.
Yeah, he's a loser. Well, he didn't play.
He's the biggest chirper in the league, Julian Edelman.
But he wasn't playing. Where was Julian Edelman today?
In the fucking press box working on his game for next year.
Yeah, because what happened? He was injured. You can't fucking talk about that.
No, I'm just
Julian
saying.
Edelman was.
But you're saying
I'm saying he's.
Yeah, Amendola isn't the only chirper on the Patriots.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
He's the biggest chirper on the Patriots offense.
You just said he was the only one.
I didn't say
he was the only one. Yes. Oh my god.
I don't say. It was
Have another drink. All right. Addressing.
Maybe you guys should have more and get out there more and work the field, play the field a bit more. Maybe you have a better time.
He comes in. I love it.
All right.
See.
Okay, let's go. Move on.
Okay, so I think we talked. Did we talk about? Okay, let's talk about the quarterbacks. Any individual plays that stand out. What'd you think of both players, and then we'll go to runners.
I thought Foles started off. I loved the way that he started, very aggressive with no runs. Really started off passing. I thought that was told me that Foles was get Foles in the game. He wasn't really. There wasn't really a time that he looked nervous. We talked about that in the preview. That was a lot of people. Foles is going to be nervous. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought he was going to be calm, and he was. I don't remember really a terrible pass. The interception wasn't his fault. That was a Jeffrey. Went off Jeffrey's hand and into Harmon's. The pass to Clement was amazing. There was a lot of just beautifully thrown balls. Not a lot of RPOs later in the game. He was able to toss it up. He had all day. He could have been in the 3 lineups of Starbucks at the Mall of America and still had time to throw the football. Just really calm. And I love the fact that they took the time. Peterson and Frank Reich, who is also a guy not getting enough credit for this, by the way, took the time in the bye week to reset the offense for Foles. I thought that was really smart. And he was comfortable. And he didn't need to be the star, but he did a great job. And how do you criticize a guy that throws 500 yards?
It wasn't his fault. You don't need to criticize him.
No, he missed a couple passes. He missed that Gronk.
So did Foles.
I know, but we're not.
He did miss some passes early.
Can we talk individually? Okay, let me say this then. Foles missed some passes, and Brady missed some passes that could have meant more than they did. Can we say that?
I remember him missing one pass.
I'm just saying, Foles missed some passes, and Brady missed some passes that could have made or break their team.
Honestly, I don't think that Brady could have done much more than he did in this game.
I don't think he could have done much more, except for maybe tuck it in. I don't know. When Brandon Graham's got his hand there.
Maybe AC Brandon Graham won. Hey, maybe AC Brandon Graham one made a good play, and second, the offensive lineman got pushed right into Tom Brady. So that's two things.
Like if you think about it, like he's still the guy with the ball. He could have kept it in, and then they maybe.
Okay, so are you just saying that Tom Brady cost them the game?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he maybe could have made a better effort to get the ball out quicker. A or B.
On that play or on the.
I'm saying on that play, get the ball out quicker, throw it away, or tuck it in earlier because you know there's tons of pressure on you. Is that not fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair to say, but also to not bring up how he had 500 yards is kind of.
But we weren't talking about that. Yeah, well, that was great.
Here's my.
It was the best performance of a losing quarterback ever.
Obviously, he's gonna regret
losing.
And I feel like AC.
Wait. Losing quarterback.
He's Floriditis as you right now.
All right.
I have a question.
Okay, Kev, can I just
stop? Kev, I love it, buddy.
Okay, let Mitch talk now.
Okay, sorry, Kev.
All right.
Keep me in check, Kev.
Now I don't even remember what I was going to say. So there you go.
It only takes an Eagles win
this was
for
what
Mitch
I was
to
say.
Not remember what he was going to say.
This is what I was going to say. Okay, so apparently losing is quarterback's fault. That's it. Only one player. Okay. All right. Just putting that out.
But here's my question.
No, I didn't say that. That defense was shit. Your defense lost you that Super Bowl, dude. You could have had 6, dude. Your defense just needed to make a couple stops, and they couldn't stop a nosebleed, bro.
For sure.
I do have a question about the final drive.
What about it?
Because
the final one with after the strip sack?
Yes, the one with the Hail Mary, because he tossed 1 with 9 seconds left to the outside, and I think
I think they should have Hail Married that one.
They should have Hail Married that.
What I was expecting him to do was with the 9 seconds left to throw one more quick pass, but he wasn't allowed to. Like there was no more time. Like he was getting too much pressure. He had to throw the Hail Mary. That's what I would have done personally. But that was a risky pass that I think Jenkins almost.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to get a little closer, but. I probably would have just thrown it into the end zone for 2 shots, but it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. You can't do much more. Hail Mary is pretty much a prayer. That's why it's called a Hail Mary.
Yeah, you're already in bad shape. When you fumble, you're in bad shape.
Yeah. So they were, that was bad odds to make that play, and it would have taken a miracle for it to happen, and it almost did happen. The ball tipped off Gronk's shoulder, and Dorsett was diving for the ball, and it just barely missed him. It was close. Brady.
You're not trying to say that he just barely missed a Hail Mary for the win. Are you?
You watched the play, right?
Well, it wasn't for the win. It would have been a 6 points. They still would have.
Yeah. But like they would have gotten the opportunity because the clock you allowed to do the 2 point after you could score a touchdown. But I'm saying
I saw more green jerseys around that ball than white jerseys.
Okay,
that's true.
Watch the highlight, and you can see what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not saying that they should have caught it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it was close, and they had a shot for it. I'm not saying that it was done. So
Gronk elbowed Mills on the way down. I don't know if you saw that. He just went.
Yeah.
Well, he had like 8 guys on him.
Yeah, I'm not saying it.
Hey, don't worry, Kev. I'm not complaining about that call. Missed call.
No, it was just whatever. But
Dylan, what'd you think about the quarterbacks?
In terms of the quarterbacks, 2 really great performances. Foles made some really, really good throws that I liked. Even if I still debate whether or not Clement's catch was a catch, it was still a great throw. That you had to put right on the money because you're getting 2 defenders right there and very contested, good throw. A lot of times you could see that he had all the time in the world to make some really good throws, and he executed, and that's what I liked about it. That's why he was the MVP of this game. He made some really good throws to receivers, all the way across the board. There was 5 different guys that caught a pass, which isn't a lot, but he was doing it effectively and efficiently, which is key. Clement had the most yards of the game for the Philadelphia receiver at 100, so that's good. Tom Brady, you can't really put much blame on him. I mean, this guy played the best game you're ever going to see for a quarterback that lost a football game. I'm pretty sure we're going to say that pretty simply.
Yeah, it's not like he threw an interception at the end of the game. It's not like he got a pick 6. Not like, like a fumble is one thing, but a fumble is also more than anything. It's a team turnover because the offensive lineman has to block, the receivers have to get open. And I'm not saying Brady has no fault at all, but because he does, he could have maybe done a better job. Maybe he should have just went down. I don't know.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're in that play, you're in that atmosphere.
You're trying to make a play, and a fumble, like an interception, it could be straight up the quarterback's fault because maybe he has all the time in the world, he just chucks it up and he gets intercepted. But a fumble is different to me because it more relies on the entire thing. And if any guy out there is saying that Tom Brady is the reason the Patriots lost, is just fucking. That's
delusional.
Idiocy. That's just ridiculous. Okay. And again, Nick Foles, Super Bowl MVP. He made some great throws. I thought they put him in great situations, and he put it right on the money when he needed to, especially on 3rd down. In the red zone, he made some very nice plays. Not a ton of deep stuff. He had a touchdown to Jeffrey, but they were just slicing and dicing all the way down the field, and they did a good job of he was calm and kind of good with managing the clock. And yeah, that's why he got MVP. I did think that interception was a bad throw, but of course both quarterbacks did make 1 or 2 or 3 bad throws.
But it was only an interception because Jeffrey knocked it. If he just he caught it.
Yeah, he tried to catch it.
That wasn't Foles.
I would have tried to catch it too.
No, but Foles put it exactly where he needed to.
Yeah, I don't think that one was Foles' fault at all.
He did take a risk there.
Can you do me a favor if it's kind of my night/day? Can we go to the comments right away? I don't even have the comments in front of me, but I just feel like we need to go to the comments right away. Get everyone involved because I feel like
let's go through the stats here quickly and then.
No. We always go through the stats. I think we go through the comments right now. We get to the comments and then we talk because I think the comments are going to be rolling right now. Are they not rolling?
They are rolling.
Let's go comments right now. Let's go comments, every single one.
All right, go ahead.
Let's do it.
Go ahead, Dylan.
I don't have them.
Dylan, go ahead.
I'm getting them right now.
Okay.
Okay, so we started from the top here. All that shit ton of comments.
Yeah, guys, if we missed you at the start, sorry, Dylan. If we missed you at the start, please re-comment.
Yes, because there is a lot of comments here. Bodo says, of course, yes, epic fail by the Patriots D. While saying to Mitch for weeks that the Patriots secondary sucks. I don't know about the secondary.
Yeah.
think it's pretty big.
Again, I think the secondary didn't play a great game, but I don't think they're the reason that the defense was bad. I didn't see a single Patriot touch the quarterback during the game.
Yeah.
And I also think that coaching to not put your second best corner out there is just pathetic.
So we can say he's gone.
He's 100% gone, and I would cheer for him to leave. I would be happy for him.
Okay.
Yeah, after what happened here, sucks. But also says Adam be drunk by now. Well,
Definitely,
100%. Yeah,
100%.
No buzz.
Bodo says also congrats to the worst defense by both teams ever in Super Bowl history.
This was an interesting. I don't know where we would rank this in terms of greatest Super Bowls, but this was a very strange Super Bowl.
It was entertaining.
It was entertaining. There were so many crazy trick plays. There was bizarre special teams shit. There was just awful defense.
Yeah. We talk about this, but that reverse on a kickoff, that was just beyond. That almost killed them too.
No idea what that was.
No idea what they were doing there because you were ended up at the 9-yard line.
Yeah.
They try to catch him off guard, but you can't risk that.
And just worst. DL, I thought Barner was very good returning. Inclement. Like, at least they got to the 25, and a bunch of times they got to the 25-30, which is average, right? Like, that's where
the Patriots, I think, only returned the ball once or twice.
And it was twice. One of them was, I think, at the 19, and the other one was closer to the 30. So it averaged out to be the same.
Kevin Durkant, our favorite Patriots haters here, says he did say it's true. Peterson is an amazing coach, and also the Patriots defense played like the Dolphins against the Ravens. Yeah, that was a pretty terrible performance there. He also says the Patriots O-line choked.
No.
I thought the O-line played pretty well.
The O-line was great.
I agree.
I thought the O-line played really well, actually.
Except for that one play. That was it.
I would agree with that. Well, considering there was no sacks in this game, I don't.
You got sacked.
No. And I did think early on you could say the Eagles got a lot of pressure, but like the end of the first half. No, but at the beginning they did. They were getting to Brady.
I felt like they sort of did because they were running a lot of screens, and it was kind of like not letting them get pressure, but like sort of sucking them in.
But I'm saying that's why, like, we didn't get pressure. No, that's what I'm saying. The Eagles didn't get pressure because the Patriots scored points. Like, they scored TDs because we were getting pressure, right? And and then the fumble happens. The only thing it was like the Eagles and the Patriots offense were going shot for shot. The only thing the Eagles had was they could make a big play at a bigger moment than the Patriots defense.
And I think that was kind of the day. Plan. I think that they knew that if it came down to making the big play, they would trust the Eagles defense to make that play at one time. And
we need to score.
Yeah.
The game plan was Eagles need to score points. Their offense needs to go off.
You got to credit that game plan for doing that, of course.
Oh, I know. Dougie P. from Dylan might not get this, but Dougie P., how can you not root for him? He's from Bellingham, Washington.
Yes, he is.
Oh, Mitch, I know you had a little smirk there because he kind of liked it.
No, because I've been to Bellingham a few times.
I know, but he kind of liked it. He kind of liked that he was from Bellingham.
I didn't say I never. When did I say I don't like it?
Hey, I will say though that Jay is from
Northwest
County.
I like
Jay is from County, so he's also from right here.
No, and you could tell Jay Ajayi in the game plan was hurt a bit because they didn't use him as much as I thought they would.
Well, Blunt was amazing though. Blunt
was the best.
Incredible tonight.
Okay, let's get
by
to
the way,
comments
I'm going to strongly disagree with Bodo's point that he thinks LeGarrette Blount is the Robert Horry of the NBA. He's a lot better than Robert Horry.
LeGarrette Blount, I don't think he was amazing. I think he had like 2 great runs.
But that's what he does in the Eagles season. True.
I know. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I know now.
Yeah.
Just want to point this out. We talk about Malcolm Butler for a quick second. Just caught up with a very emotional Malcolm Butler alongside Adam Schefter. Quote, they gave up on me. Fuck, it is what it is.
Yeah. He's gone. I'm sorry.
Can I just say one thing?
He'd look great in a Seahawks jersey.
I feel like this is going to resonate with a lot of comments for 20 years, I've been watching the Super Bowl. I've been watching the NHL final every year. Whoever wins the championship, there's a video. It's like, buy your NFL champions now. And it's just like a replay of like, you are the NFL champions. It's the first time where I'm going to get the hoodie. I'm going to get the shirt. I'm going to get the hat. And till week 1, you boys, everyone
AC,
watching,
can I just say something though? Like, you've been a little bit too much here. Like, I know you've never been, you've never won, but
you guys are
as a winner, AC, you should win with grace. You should win with respect.
Puke.
This is an Eagles
Mitch,
fan. I don't know what to say.
When did you win? When did you last win?
Last year.
Okay, when did the Eagles last win?
I'm just saying, the Patriots.
No. Hawks fans were the same way when they won their first one, man. I'm not doing anything different than any
I disagree. And that's not against just you, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like that. And I'm just saying, I don't agree with that, whether it's basketball, chess, checkers, football.
I think chess games.
I think you should win. You should win with respect. You should win with grace, because you never know. You may never be there again, and you need to respect everybody.
That's garbage coming from you, man. That's garbage.
How's that garbage coming from me? How is that garbage coming from me?
From the Patriots during the regular season, people that took against the Patriots all season long, you would be the first person to say. And I'm not even calling anyone out. I'm just being happy about what my team just accomplished, and I think that's okay.
Well, you did call Dylan out at the beginning of this video.
Yeah, I did call Dylan out because he's a fucking Eagles hater. And
I'm just saying.
I hate on the Eagles. You don't understand this. I am not hating on the Eagles.
Then why didn't you?
If you want to come in here and tell me I'm an Eagles hater, but there's no evidence to suggest that.
I'm just saying.
Dylan,
win with a little class, okay? Thank you.
Okay, boys. Okay.
All right.
But Dylan, why didn't you pick the
There was
Eagles?
no pot shots to be taken from me. I've never said anything.
Why didn't you take the Eagles?
Want the Eagles to lose the playoffs?
Why didn't you take the Eagles?
Because he didn't think they would win. Simple as that. And he was wrong.
What happened? Oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
Adam, you got to understand this. When we're doing a predictions video,
Dylan,
I predict who I think is going to win a football game based on statistics, how I feel the game is going to go, and comparison player by player. It has nothing to do with a perspective of how I like a team or don't like a team. That's why I said the Cowboys would barely make the playoffs this season. If I was the Cowboys fan, we're going to go 16-0. We'll go 16-0. That is a Cowboys fan that wants to express it way more than they should because of
who won the game?
You don't understand where I'm coming from, it seems like.
I don't think he understands anything at this moment. Okay.
Who won the game?
Let's get to more comments.
Who won the game?
The Eagles won the game. We know this.
The Eagles.
And AC puts himself on this big pedestal as soon as he wins.
Yeah, because I've been thrown down on the pedestal all season. So, yeah.
You're on the pedestal because now you fucking won.
That's exactly.
Now that you won,
you shouldn't be able to be on the pedestal until you win. AC.
There's a difference between winning with grace and how you my Eagles won.
But you should be able to win with a bit of class because you've been there. You've been the loser.
I'm an Eagles fan, man. We don't know how to win with class.
No. Okay. Thank you for admitting that. All right. Let's move on.
Who's saying about class? Is there a teacher going to grade me on I don't have enough participation marks or something?
No, but people are going to see that you are just being a dick to everybody, and I'm not going to.
And then exactly.
Oh, you're not going to stand for it, Dilly? Dude, what are your Cowboys done? How many rings? How many rings have you been alive? Since you've been alive, how many rings?
This is the podcast I'm talking about. I'm talking about an Eagles and how they won the Super Bowl. When, by the way, I just congratulated your team about winning the Super Bowl earlier tonight, and then you want to come over here. Oh, where's your Cowboys at? Where's your Cowboys during the playoffs? We're talking about the Philadelphia and the Philadelphia Eagles.
What I'm trying to say is now
look, that's the trade draft.
You win with class, so that the next time you lose, you don't have to get all the fucking slack.
And I know, and you're used to that. So I'm putting my fucking balls out there and saying, we're not going to lose a lot for the next couple of years. We're the next Patriots. And that's what I'm saying. I'm allowed to say that.
That's a little bold. That's a little bold.
That's bold. We'll tonight is not the night for that conversation.
Yes, I don't think maybe win another or another, maybe three more.
I'm just saying
we'll get there.
Now, in our group of 4,
okay,
who's witnessed a Super Bowl? Put your hand up. Witnessed a Super Bowl, even
win by
on
your
TV.
Team.
Win by
a win for your team, Super Bowl. Put your hand up if you witnessed a
I'm
Super Bowl that you can remember.
Though.
We
were that close. We were that close to a.
So you're gonna because my team has not won the Super Bowl, you're gonna grade yourself over that. I get 100%. It. You won the Super Bowl. That's fine. I've got no problem with you winning the Super Bowl.
You've never witnessed this championship in your life.
Adam, you're delusional.
And for all we know, for all we know, they could win next year. Who knows?
100%. But can I just get everyone on this show who's witnessed a Super Bowl, their team winning the Super Bowl? Hands up.
And I'm also going to point out that I was witness to the most crushing defeat in Super Bowl history.
So I know it happens. I had one in 2004. It's all good. Not as crushing as that.
I've had 3.
Yeah. So he's had 3. But just let's change this up. Who's been in a Super Bowl? Who's witnessed their team in a Super Bowl? Multiple, at least 2. Let's put our hands
this
up.
is where Adam comes in.
Put your hand up, Kev.
Put your hand up. Mitch is playing along. He loves it.
I feel bad for what's happening to Dylan here.
Why does it matter to Dylan? Kev and AC, we shouldn't be making fun of Dylan just because you should be winning and saying, hey, we won today, and I should be happy. You should be happy about the win, but you shouldn't go out of your way to say, fuck Cowboys fans, fuck Seahawks fans, fuck Patriots fans. You shouldn't do that. You just shouldn't do that.
Mitch,
I never did that.
You paved the way, bro. You
paved the way.
Oh, anyways, whatever you say.
I've never said to Kev, fuck the Seahawks because we beat you in the Super Bowl. I've never said to you that we beat you in 04. I've never said that today.
I'm just saying that Dylan posted a lot of pictures about us not winning rings, and now
I posted one picture. I posted one picture. You want to find any more pictures? You kept posting that one picture that I had there, which was 2 days before a hype of an Eagles game that we all wanted to hype up because it's the Eagles-Cowboys matchup. Didn't post a single
it was
thing.
just for fun.
We destroyed you, and then went.
There's a difference between.
Congratulations, you won. I've said that before. You think that you're on this great pedestal because you won a Super Bowl. And there's a difference between 100%. A classy fan that says, yes, we won the Super Bowl. I'm thankful for what my team and my organization did.
I'm actually shocked the way AC has gone about this.
Our chat was
because you have been the guy to say how great Eagles fans are, how much of class acts they are, and you're just proving all that to be wrong.
I'm just saying, when it comes to Cowboys fans, now it's game on. We won one. We're the world champs till September 1st or whatever it is. We're the world champs.
Great.
So everyone,
and I'm gonna say this. I want to play the Eagles.
Wait.
Okay, I am a Cowboys. I want to see the Eagles matchup.
I'm gonna look at the camera right now.
All right.
Listen, bottom line view. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now till.
He's the captain of his own delusional organization.
I am the captain now till September 1st. I am the captain now. No matter what anyone says, we
got to capture this, Mitch. We got to edit it.
I am the Super Bowl champ. No one else is until
I'm writing this down
of next year.
You got to record that
now. I'm the captain now. Boom.
Man is shit-faced drunk. He's delusional, and he wants to put himself on a pedestal more than anybody else is. And I'm okay with that. If he wants to play that game, he can play. Ball game on. Yeah, but I'm gonna let everybody notice on this chat right now.
At the end of the day, all we should really say is if AC, if you want to play this game, then if you don't win the Super Bowl next year, that's how it's going to go.
Hard to repeat.
It's hard. It's very hard to repeat.
It's very tough. It's very tough. But Mitch, anyone who ever said anything against the Patriots, you would call them out right away. Is that not right?
I don't think so.
Kev.
You were defensive, sure.
Yeah, you're defensive.
Because I like my team, but I don't go out of my way to.
But I'm going out of my way because I felt like the Eagles. You guys didn't get the Eagles a shot, so that's why we're Super Bowl champs.
What do you mean? I said we didn't attack a 3-point game.
Nobody attacked your team.
And I've been in. I picked the Eagles every game except against my team in the
February 4th, 2018, and the Eagles are world champs till September whatever when the first game of the season is. So I'm the Super Bowl champ. everyone fucking everyone was just like, you're the underdogs. You're not going anywhere. And even though you picked them, there were still times, Mitch, you were like, they're not going to win a game. Dylan said they were going to be the 13-3 Cowboys. Well, we weren't the 13-3 Cowboys. We're the world champs. The only one that actually didn't like the Eagles all season was Kev, but he came around because he realized what was going on.
I like the Eagles more than anyone here.
I think Kev does.
I think the Nick Foles story is excellent. I think that's great. I think that's a great story.
Can I get my honest opinion on Nick Foles? I think this was great what he did this year, but I honestly think we're going to see him get traded to another team, and he's going to be absolutely average.
I don't think.
Well, who cares?
I don't think he's going anywhere. I'll say that right now. I think he stays in Philly.
So they're going to have him be the backup?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he wants to be the backup.
All right.
We don't know if Wentz is going to be ready next year. Not at the start, anyway.
True.
Why wouldn't he be?
That's a pretty.
Let's get to the comments. I want to talk to the people. The people is what makes this channel great. We need to talk to the people more. So if you're out there, you commented, you hate me, you love me, comment it. Comment it right now. You don't like me, but you got to subscribe. Even if you don't like me, subscribe. And you're gonna maybe if the Eagles lose next year, I'm gonna have pie in my face. I'm gonna be a loser. But for right now, I'm a winner. So if you want to subscribe to winners, you subscribe. If you want to subscribe to losers next year, maybe subscribe again because I might be a loser. But at the end of the day, we're going to give you the truth. We're going to give you the facts. We're going to give you the stats, and it's going to be great. Boom. Sales pitch.
That was the first ever sales pitch of the Bottom Line View AC has ever done.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
Let's go.
All right,
Get to the comments.
Get to the comments. Maybe we'll get AC to do a video. That'd be amazing. All right.
Yeah.
Dylan.
I'm waiting for that one.
Ooh.
Where is it?
Testy.
Not testy, bro.
Testy. Ooh.
Can I bring before we get to
go to the comments?
I want to bring up something up here.
Okay.
Because I think one of the Patriots offense was great, but I do feel that Dion Lewis was not. And I think that was also a big factor in this game tonight was, yes, Brady threw the ball all over the place. Mm-hmm. But they really couldn't run the ball tonight.
I don't know about that. I mean, they averaged over 4 yards a carry.
I didn't feel like Dion Lewis was a huge impact, though.
He wasn't the
Dion
biggest.
Lewis only had 9 rushes because White had 7, Burkhead had 3, Hogan had 1, and Cooks had 1. So he led the team in rushing rushes, but he didn't lead the team in rushing because White had that 1 run. But like 9 for 39, that's 4.3 yards per carry. White 7 for 45. I don't think you can critique the Patriots offense in any way, shape, or form in this game. Like honestly.
Okay, well, I mean 33 points, but I think I would argue that,
and they should have had more if their kicker could kick the ball, and their
that's true.
Snapper could snap the ball.
If our kicker could kick too,
yeah, could add 1 point.
I felt that the Eagles' running game was more impactful than the Patriots' running game. I'll say that.
Yeah, for sure, and we thought that was going to be the case. But with the Patriots' passing game was also better than the Eagles' passing game by 100 yards, 120 yards.
Sure.
All right.
I just want to give a shout out to fucking our.
I don't know. I think the Eagles' offense was a bit. I don't know if I don't know. To me, yes, Brady got 500 yards. The offense was excellent, but I think if they look back,
I just don't think you can say that the Patriots offense
had more attempts to run the ball at least.
Because I think they knew they had to pass the ball, and they did. I just don't understand the critique of the Patriots offense. I think you can sit here all day and say the Patriots defense is shit, the coaching was bad, and the kicking sucked. But I don't think you can say that the Patriots offense was bad when they had 600 yards of total offense.
Well,
every team in the NFL should win a Super Bowl when they have 600 yards of offense.
They didn't win. And most of that is absolutely on the defense. But, I mean, I think if you set Brady down, I don't think he's going to say that was a perfect offensive performance.
Because he never does.
Well,
but at the same time, we have to not always blame the game on the quarterback who
I'm not,
played a
no
great
one is
game,
blaming
and not
Brady.
blame
No one's
the
blaming-
receivers and not blame the offensive line, because that's what happens every time. And even this is to Patriots fans as well. They say that Patriots lost because of this or that, which is always incorrect, because every single time the Patriots have lost, minus the 2007 Super Bowl, the Patriots have lost because their defense sucked or they made mistakes in the game for not allowing them to win the game. And that's including the 2011 Super Bowl, where Eli Manning had like 40 minutes of possession and they never got the ball in that game. They were terrible on defense. They're terrible on defense in this game. And, they've been terrible in games against the Ravens. They've been terrible in games against other teams, the Jets. Every single time, I feel like this is the game that tells you, if it didn't already, that Tom Brady is the reason for the dynasty than Bill Belichick is. And I'm a big Bill Belichick guy, but I think you have to sit down, watch this game, and say, hey, Tom Brady did all he could do. Bill Belichick did not. He did not as a coach, and also the big thing as a GM, by having terrible players playing on the defensive line, not being able to get a pass rush, not supporting your quarterback who is on his last run here for the next couple of years, and giving him the best supporting cast he possibly could. He made mistakes in the offseason. He made mistakes with trades. He made mistakes in the draft.
What mistakes did he make in the offseason?
A lot of mistakes. He didn't resign. He didn't get a single pass rusher in the free agency. He didn't resign Jabal Sheard. He didn't resign Chris Long. He didn't talk Rob Ninkovich into playing again. He traded away Chandler Jones. He traded away Jamie Collins. He sat Malcolm Butler in this game. They traded for Coney Ealy, failed. They traded for Mike Gillislee, as far as I'm concerned, as far as this year is concerned, failed. And yes, you had injuries to guys like Hightower, Edelman, Cannon, and Cooks in this game, who you rely upon, but that shouldn't be an excuse, because the Eagles had injuries as well. I think Bill Belichick, not only as the coach, but as the GM, totally let down this team. And Tom Brady proved in this game that although he wasn't the Super Bowl MVP in this game, he was the MVP of the NFL, because no other quarterback in the entire NFL would have been able to make this game competitive. The way that the defense played, the way that the coaching was, no other quarterback, including Aaron Rodgers, including Russell Wilson, including anybody in the history of the game, would have been able to make this game competitive other than Tom Brady, throwing to the guys and I credit Chris Hogan played a great game. Amendola played a great game. Gronk played a great game. These guys all played very well. White played a great game. The offensive line played great. But without Tom Brady, they don't make it this far. Without Tom Brady, they don't have 5 rings. And without Tom Brady, they don't make it to 8. So let's stop with the shit with giving Bill Belichick more credit, because I think this game proved that Bill Belichick is not the number one guy. Although I still think he's the greatest coach of all time. Don't get me wrong. I think that he is second as far as legacy in New England. And I think that's also why Robert Kraft is sitting there in the press box, happy that he didn't trade him away.
I agree with that, but also you're telling me stuff like Belichick's done. That's what I hear.
No, I think he made a mistake this year. He didn't do it this year, and I think he'll rebound.
Yeah. I think they will too.
Yeah, I think they'll rebound, but I just think Bill Belichick had one of the worst seasons as a GM coach combination that I've seen him have in the last few years.
We didn't hear that a lot all season. That's all we're saying.
But I also said in the Jags game, the Jags were more talented. I also said in the Eagles game pre-game, I said the Eagles were more talented.
Why was this rant seemed to be like what you were feeling, and we didn't hear this rant before? And it
because
seems
they
like
were
it's
winning.
That
it's hard to critique a team when they're winning.
But you should have said this before, even when they're winning, because you obviously felt it.
Yeah, I did.
Am I not right?
Yeah, sure. Maybe,
but you weren't saying it on the stream.
AC, maybe I should have, and maybe that's my fault, and I'll learn, and I'll continue to learn.
And that's why I like you, Mitch, because you learn and you're honest about any single take you do. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I agree. Maybe I should have been more honest, but I think more so than even him as the coach, I think when this team has been let down, it's been let down by Belichick, the GM. more than Belichick, the coach. And I think we saw that more than any year this year. I think they had a great opportunity to win a Super Bowl. And they weren't able to put what I felt a good, competent enough defense with enough good players. And that's why I commented in the Twitter chat midway through the game. I was like, every draft pick, every free agency signing should be on the defense, because as far as I'm concerned, everybody on the offense is coming back, and we shouldn't have to worry about that, including, Edelman's coming back too. So that will help. But the defense, they need pass rushers, they need linebackers, they need corners, they need everything. So I think this team needs to go out in free agency, and they have the room to do it. They need to address those positions, and I think Belichick failed this team in terms of that, and I think he will regret that at the end of the day.
And I agree, it's the defense, but I also agree with you that offense doesn't need anything. Like that your offense could go in the same as you were this season and be dominant, for sure.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, that's not even talking about maybe they get rid of Dwayne Allen. Maybe they had Dwayne Allen was another mistake as far as I'm concerned. Sure, great run blocker, but to not re-sign Martellus Bennett, even though he got hurt this year.
Don't forget Gillislee.
Yeah, I said Gillislee already, but you may have the potential to bring back Bennett next year if he wants to stick around. So
Do you
these
trade
are just
Edelman?
no.
No.
You keep Edelman. I feel like I don't think they'll get rid of Amendola because he had a great playoffs, but I said earlier that he might go with McDaniels. Like one of these players might go with McDaniels, like Amendola or Dion Lewis. I feel, they might go with McDaniels because they want to implement that system and that belief on the team. But we'll see. But I think that pretty much, and Amendola signed. It's just he always re-signs to restructure his contract, because that's also part of the reason why the Patriots have been so great is their players. And you see that now in the Eagles, and you got to give them credit. And I want to see this in the next couple of years, if they're willing to restructure their contracts, work around it, and, build a great team every year so you have a chance to win every year. And yeah, the Patriots lost this year, but sitting here as a Patriots fan, I'm not upset that we lost this game. Yeah, obviously you'd like to win, but it's like to have the chance to win a Super Bowl every year and always have a chance and always feel like your team has the ability to win for the past however many years since 2001 has been a blessing as a fan. And, you shouldn't take that for granted if you're a Patriots fan. I think you should feel proud. Your chin should be up, and you should be, next year, maybe we do it, maybe we don't. And just ride this wave as long as we got it. Because as far as I'm concerned, we only have it for a couple more years. So there we go.
Yeah, I'm saying that. You can be like that, but if you were a Patriots fan that thought everything just was handed to you and that you were the better team, the better coached team, this was a culture shock. I have to admit it. This was a shock to the Patriots fan base that they realized they weren't as good as they thought they were. Is that not – I think that's correct. I think Kevin feels that way.
I think for a majority of fans. Now, I don't think it was for me.
No. And as I've said on this show a million times, that's not you, but I feel like
I know you're not saying that.
What
I know you're not
brought
saying
that on was a lot of Patriots fans feel like we're gonna win it. We were down 28-3. Doesn't matter what we're down. And this was the time they were up with 4 minutes left and they lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this was a changing of the guard, in my opinion, because the Eagles were down and we got into field goal range. But we ended up scoring a touchdown.
AC, if you guys go on to win 3 Super Bowls, let's say, in the next, even 6 years, let's say.
I say 2 Super Bowls in the next 4.
Okay, so if they win 2 in the next 4, then I'll look at this and I say, hey, they won multiple Super Bowls and they beat the Patriots. So, yeah, that was a changing of the guard. But to me, I don't think you could say that's a changing of the guard right now. Because I don't think we were saying that with the Giants either. So,
but
I
still think week 1 next year, it's hard to argue the Patriots. I guess you still have Brady in that offense, but still, in my opinion, it's hard to be like until September 1st. The Eagles are the best team in the NFL till September 1st,
as every Super Bowl champion is every year,
and as they should be. But I'm just saying. So when we talk When we talk past September 1st, we'll talk. But until then, I still have that last game to hold my head up and be like, we are better than you know what? I won't even say we're better than the Patriots. I'm saying we beat them in one game, but we're better than anyone else in the NFC. We are the front runners of the NFC for the next couple of years. Guaranteed.
Probably. I get, see, like, I'm not, I could see why you're saying that, and I know where you're optimistic, and obviously you're a fan, and you're going to say that. But as in the NFL, it's such an inconsistent league that you can't count on a team.
I know, but I'm allowed to say that till September 1st. And then
yes, I know.
And then I'm a doughhead. If I don't get it, I'm a doughhead, and people can call me names
and most
say
people will
I was
agree
wrong.
with. And most people will agree with you saying that the Eagles will be the best team in the NFC for the next 5 years. But we were also saying that about the Seahawks.
Yes, we were. And we were that close to repeating, and we haven't got back.
Okay. You know what? To be honest, if we even get to the Super Bowl and have a chance like the Seahawks did back-to-back, I'd be happy. And I'm not going to look 3 years, but next year, if we get to the Super Bowl, and, like, hopefully we don't lose like the Seahawks did. But if we get to the Super Bowl, it's still like, whoa, that's something going on. And the way people treat the Seahawks, I'd love to have how the people treat the Seahawks if they treated the Eagles like that. Like you know what I mean? Like, you're only a couple wins away from being a dynasty. You really are. Because you're going to win majority of your regular season games. You know what I mean? Like, Kev, you know what I mean? Like, in the sense, like, the Seahawks, besides this season, after they won the Super Bowl, they lost the Patriots because of that way. They still were a team that they still made it to the playoffs and were like a couple wins away from being back to the Super Bowl. I think that's fine because on any given Sunday in the playoffs, anything can happen.
And
I'll say that this has always been my theory. If we would have beat the Patriots, we probably would be a three-peat. I think there would have been a higher chance because Cam wouldn't have piled out.
I don't think he would have repeated, but I think he would have been looked at definitely differently.
It would have been a higher chance.
I still think Cam would have beat you guys, to be honest.
That night, who knows? Cam was on a roll, but we also started off really horrible that year.
And Kev, I could sit there and say that every year since 2001, bro. Like,
well, no, I'm just saying.
But not tonight.
No, I could say, hey, this, that, and that, and this way, and that, and the Patriots could have won. But I'm not going to say
you're
that.
Right. I couldn't say it tonight, though. Like, give it a couple weeks, and then you can start talking about how the Patriots should have won tonight. And then just give me a couple weeks, though, at least a week. Come on.
No, I'm not going to ever say that. I'm just, I'm just using an example. I'm using an example of, hey, I could have went every year that the Patriots lost in the playoffs to say, hey, if that happened or this happened, they could have won the Super Bowl. But that didn't happen.
That's why if I say it right now, it's like I'm just playing with house money. I'm like, obviously they could go back to the Super Bowl because they just won the Super Bowl to the best team in the NFL at this point out of 32 teams.
This
now,
statistic
at tonight, February 4th, 2018, the Eagles are the best NFL team in the world at this point.
So, this statistic is going to hurt as a Patriots fan. The Patriots had 613 yards, which is 15 more than any team in the history that has ever gained ever in the history of football and lost a game in the regular season or playoffs. Any game ever. The Patriots had the most yards ever to lose.
Fuck.
Continue in the chat.
All the yards. All right. Add to the chat. Von Hook says, who will win the Super Bowl next year? We got some predictions.
And guys, I can't wait for the offseason, man. I just want to say that. Like, I know my team just lost the Super Bowl, whatever. And usually you're more optimistic about the offseason when you lose because I know AC wants to take this moment for as long as possible.
Oh,
and he should.
100%. In the offseason, Mitch, we're just like at the cusp of what's going to happen in the full season.
All right.
I'm going to live this until you guys beat us again. This is my moment. And we beat you when it mattered in my sense because in 2004, you were 8? I was 14 or something like that. So this was the Super Bowl that meant more. Between me and you, this was the Super Bowl that meant more.
Okay, yeah, it did, because I didn't even know you back then.
No, 100%. So this is what meant more. So regardless even what happens, it was a win for AC and not for Mitch.
And that's the first time that's ever happened. So
I
I'll
think
give you a
so.
clap.
I'm not gonna lie. I was probably 0 for 5 picking against the Pats until today.
Or Penguins. Or
Penguins, dude. Yeah, no. I know. This is a big win for the AC BLV lifestyle.
And that's why the first thing I said in the chat was congratulations, AC.
I know. You were
but
I have to say for everyone, Mitch was very nice. And even when I chirped the Patriots, it was Dylan to come to his defense.
Oh, here we go. Don't start it. Can we get to the chat, please?
Could insinuate more shit, and I'm
AC, could you pass me one of those beers? I could use one of those. Thanks.
Already
Which one?
The whole back there.
I'll take the Miller.
Do we answer our question? Who do we think is going to be in the Super Bowl next year?
If I had to say right now at this moment, it's tough. I don't know. It's in the AFC. It's between the Jags and Patriots, and in the NFC, it's probably the Eagles. I think you could also point at a couple different teams to be sneaky, but the Super Bowl just ended, so to not put the Eagles there is kind of ridiculous. There's a whole draft, there's a whole offseason, there's a whole preseason to go through, and that's why I'm excited, because this is going to be the first year we're exclusively doing the NFL in the offseason. So there's going to be a ton of shit that we're going to be covering, and it's going to be a lot of fun because we're going to be able to break down everything that we want to, and we're going to have a very good idea of who's going to be playing in that Super Bowl. And I know it's impossible to predict, but we're going to have a grasp on that. So if you guys aren't already subscribed, you definitely should be, because we'll be all over it. But yeah, I think it's hard not to put the Eagles there. And at this moment, I think it's a coin flip between the Patriots.
My dark horse in the NFC is the Saints.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking that too.
Saints, and also dark horse in the NFC, I think is the Texans.
Yeah, Watson coming back. Yeah,
depending on Watson.
Yeah,
but if I had to say it right now, gun to the head, I'd say Eagles Patriots rematch.
I just think more than any year, there is a chance for that to happen this year in the recent memory.
I'm not gonna lie, Tom Brady was off the chain. I don't like how he acted after, but that's what happens. Just it's not that big of a deal. But I think Eagles Patriots next year. Right now, who knows? But
I'll tell you the team that's going to crash is the Vikings. The Vikings are the team.
Yes, I think we were on that right after they lost. Actually,
yeah, especially in that division. But Dylan might not think that.
Well, I mean, Packers. I mean, just throwing it out, the playoffs next year, Packers should be around there just because of 12.
12 is pissed though, but still.
I also
he is
pissed,
but
he's
12.
Was going to be the hardest division, so like they're going to be doing the same thing.
Look out for those 49ers.
Two key factors.
Bro, they're going to win. I have a strong feeling they're at least going to be second in that division next year.
Two key factors. I think the Rams are going to go down too next year, actually. I don't think the Rams are
I think they're going to be good.
I don't.
I think they'll still be very good.
I think Atlanta is probably – I know they proved us wrong this year, but I don't know.
I don't have much.
There's something shady about that offense that I can't get over.
Yeah. But then that's what you see. But it doesn't matter because like I'm still not scared of the Panthers. The Saints, I'd be somewhat.
The Panthers need a lot of help. It can't just be Cam.
But I feel like the Panthers could still have an opportunity next season to be better than the Falcons. But if the Saints win that division,
I think the Saints are going to be very good.
Yeah,
they should be.
Two key questions.
I hope Dallas is good as well, Dylan. I hope they are. I won't be hating on them this offseason. I hope they're good this year because I only hated on them this year because I thought they would suck, and indeed I was right. But this year I hope they're back in the playoffs.
Who, the Giants?
Key question is where does Kirk Cousins end up? That'll be a key.
He said, for sure. On Sims and Levko podcast, he said that he wants to go to a winning team.
But with
so
that
100%,
defense,
he's going to go there.
But Elway is going to pay a bunch of money. He's going to be the
I feel like he'll go to
Denver
Denver.
Broncos.
Yeah, I think he's going to go.
And the league is a better league when the Broncos are good.
What's the Cowboys' record right now? What's the Cowboys' record next year? I'll go 7-9.
Well,
I'm honestly going to say 10-6. I think they're going to make a lot of improvements this offseason. I have faith in them.
Does Earl Thomas stay as a Seahawk or does he get traded?
I think he's going to stay.
If he goes to Dallas,
I
You know what? Send us Richard Sherman. How about that?
No,
We'll give you Butler.
We're not sending you Sherman.
But in terms of the Cowboys' record, I would predict 10-6
Hey, I
right
wouldn't
now,
be surprised if the Eagles signed Butler. Because Darby was our worst player on defense.
Okay,
today.
I don't know what the situation is with the. I know somebody made a comment about the Eagles have some free agents. I don't know how true that is.
Well,
no, it's 20 of 22. So it's just Nigel Bradham, who's a great outside.
He's going to be a guy to go. He's going to be a guy to go. AC.
Because he's a guy that because he's gonna make some money
get
somewhere
overpaid because he won the Super Bowl.
No, he had a great year. No, but I'm saying, we also have every single starter, and I think Darby's still on the payroll. I'm trying to figure out the next one, but for the most part, we don't have any big guys. But next year, we have to pay a lot of people.
The tough part about winning a Super Bowl is, one, the guys that are free agents are going to be overpaid because they won a Super Bowl. Even if they played well, they're going to be overpaid. And the second thing is you're going to lose depth. And I know that doesn't seem like a big thing, but those players that were like the third or second string on your team that were really reliable players might go somewhere else to be a starter because, again, they won a Super Bowl and everybody's looking at that.
Starting wise, yeah, I'm fine with that. I actually thought Darby was the worst player today. And I don't even think it's that great. I actually thought during the season, Rajul Douglas, our third-round pick, was better than Darby.
I'm confused why Batamosi didn't play more in this game for New England. I know that's a random point, but
he didn't make a tackle.
Yeah, he missed one tackle. But I thought that at least when he was there
agained Aguilar,
it did.
Down, it mattered.
It did, but I felt he should have played more. I don't think he should have played just whatever he did. I don't know.
What do you guys think of the Cooks hit?
They said it wasn't a penalty because he was a runner. I thought it was a helmet-to-helmet hit for sure, but it's tough.
He was a runner. Yeah, I know.
It's
That's
tough.
the thing. Because he turned, he made a couple moves, and then he just didn't think was coming.
I hate players getting hurt. I just hate players getting hurt in the biggest game.
I'm not a fan of it.
Either way.
But I didn't think it was dirty.
No, and Jenkins is a guy. He knows where the ball's at. He's gonna hit you. And at first, it didn't look like it was. It looked like it was shoulder. It was just looked like a good hit. It was helmet, regardless if it was a win or not. I still think that's a penalty, in my opinion. But
they might look into that.
They might fine him for that.
Even if it was a penalty, he's out of the game. Regardless, you know what I mean. And it still doesn't matter because that's when they missed the field goal.
Just really sucks. It really sucks that a guy like that gets hurt.
Yeah.
It's just but he should have gone down. Why are you dipsy doodling, man?
So you think that it was his fault for getting injured? That's what it sounds like.
Whoa, Dylan, chill, bro.
That's what it's.
Can we get to the comments?
I didn't say that, Dylan. Whoa, man.
AC. Whoa, man. Get out there, man.
You just said what I just said, man. What is? Come up with something original.
What I was making my point is that Cooks was trying to make a play and he just got hit. And what you're saying is that he should have gone down to the ground. Is that not true?
I'm saying he should have been more aware that there's going to be someone on the backside that's going to come and rock you.
That's not everybody's expecting a blindside hit. That's why it's called a blindside hit.
It's not a blindside hit when you catch the ball and run around for 5 seconds and
you turn around and you get hit right after you're contacted. That's gonna be a blindside to me. I'm not expecting.
How is it a blindside when he catches it, cuts inside, is dipsy dueling, spins around, trying to go in another way and gets hit?
He goes in the opposite direction. He's looking backwards when he gets hit. You're not expecting that hit
inside where there's zone coverage and there's a safety gonna wall up you. You got to be – he wasn't prepared for anything. He had no idea where he was when he caught the ball because he's just he's trying to duck and dodge, and then a safety is going to come and hit you. Be aware.
I'm expecting that coming from this opposite side, though. That's my point.
I'm just saying, if that was Amendola, he'd be on the ground and just okay, first down, and he'd be fine.
That's we've seen a random thing. What did we think of Timberlake tonight?
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. I thought it was really good.
That was all right. I'm not into his music.
I thought it was
Let's go to the comments. I think comments.
I thought it was really cool.
Everyone's going to the comments. I actually went. I'm in Arizona. I went for a nice hot tub pool sesh. just to relax myself after
sounds
a
like
10-point
Vacation AC.
win.
Vacation.
How nervous
Exactly.
were you when the Patriots were when they tied it up?
No, it's super nervous.
Dude, I was nervous the whole game. I'm gonna be honest. I was super nervous. Like I get more nervous when I'm not playing a sport.
I would have been more. I seriously, at the time, I would have been more happy that Ertz just went down, like at the 2-yard line.
I thought that's what he was gonna do. So then they could have killed some clock.
We could have wasted way more clock, and all of a sudden it's like 2:10 left. They have the ball with no timeouts or one timeout or whatever it was. I'm like, we're screwed. And then the fumble happened, and then it looked better.
And honestly, the difference between a legendary moment is that fourth. If you think back to it, the 4th and 2 or whatever it was, 4th and 1, that play was on their own like 40 something. If they wouldn't have converted that play, the game was pretty much over.
To Ertz, yeah.
Right.
Really,
so, like that is the difference between being a laughing stock and being a legend.
Or you could say, yeah, exactly. But it's more so legend because, like, if you look at the way Doug Peterson called the game,
I'm saying if he would have not converted the 4th and 1, everybody would have blamed. Think about the media. Everybody would have said, "Oh my God, why did they go for that?"
But with Patriots rolling like they were, you have to go for it because if you don't go for it and they score,
I would have as well.
They're only up max 8.
I would have as well. But we know that there are people out there that would be tweeting and saying on social. You don't think Skip Bayless would have been like, "Oh, what an idiot play call on 4th and 1. You got to punt it in your own area."
No, and no joke. And that's what's funny is because, like, Doug Peterson right now is going down as the best offensive play caller in the Super Bowl history. I'm sorry, but he is. No, he is the best offense. What? We out-patrioted the Pats.
But it's not like you played the 85 Bears.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The way he play called on 4th down, we just, like, you guys tried to do it and Brady couldn't catch. That's not our fault.
That was execution.
Exactly. That's not our fault. And all of a sudden we execute the perfect play that you ran and we
honestly
put it against you.
What's going to get lost in this game?
On 4th down.
What's going to get lost in this game is how good McDaniels was as well.
Yeah, but who cares? He's a Colts guy now. We don't have to worry about him.
Exactly.
You have to worry about him.
I'm going to be cheering for him.
No, but okay, so Colts, Patriots, who are you cheering for?
Well, the Patriots, but I'm cheering for McDaniels to do well.
So we don't have to worry about him. I don't care what McDaniels does.
Okay. I'm just saying what's going to get lost in this game is how good McDaniels was as well.
And I know we can handle Patricia from now on, especially as the Detroit defense.
Feels like it.
Yeah. World champs.
Can we get to comments, Dylan? I've been asking this question for like 10 minutes.
I've been trying to.
30 minutes.
Another beer?
Just been asking it. Redman says, Bill fucked over Butler. He made already shit Patriots defense 10 times more shit by benching him. We've already discussed it.
I don't get it. AC, I want to see you do the Stone Cold Steve Austin one time.
No, not right now.
Oh.
No Stone Cold.
We should kick him out the chat. Dylan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still looking. Von Hook says this is the best Super Bowl ever. That's what he says. Alexander says it's one of the best, if not the best.
Top 10.
I would say top 7. I don't know. I'd have to look again.
I don't know.
Came down to a last play.
I just watched it.
Yeah.
This is what we did last year too. It's the same.
Yeah.
Same. Rob says Dallas will try to retool to beat Philadelphia next year.
They play good sometimes. They don't play as good sometimes. We don't play good. It's a team.
I'm listening to the Brady press conference. Sorry, I was while you guys are chatting. And
where he doesn't appreciate what Nick Foles did.
Well, no, I think he's pretty pissed at this defense. That's what my takeaway is.
That's what I probably think he is.
But he should give some credit to Nick Foles, a guy that is
they didn't really ask him any questions about Nick Foles. They were asking him if he was coming back. I'm like,
but that's the reason they lost.
What did Brady say about retirement?
He says that this is 15 minutes after the game, but I'm pretty certain I'm coming back. He was pretty much like, "What the fuck are you asking?"
He was probably like, "Fuck, I just threw 500 yards, and you're asking
like,
if I retired."
Fuck you, amateur reporter.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Or you go report something else.
Yeah, because you know what people would have been saying if Brady would have won this game? Oh my God, like that's the greatest performance ever.
Oh yeah, that would have cemented everything.
Honestly.
But, yeah.
Which would have taken over last year's performance, which was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
Because the defense fucked him, and that's probably how
Because
he
the
feels.
Eagles' first championship says 1960, baby.
Shit, my dad wasn't even born then.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Next
now.
comment.
It doesn't matter now. There's a kid that's like 2 hours old. That's just like, yeah.
They're gonna name their kid Nick or Foles.
Yeah. Pretty close.
Ooh.
Or AC. Okay, continue.
Maybe.
I'm gonna get out of here soon.
All right.
We
Mr.
still
Mike
have
also-
we've had 30 plus viewers constantly throughout this video, so thank you. Continue.
Thank you. We have a lot of comments. Mr. Mike says, this is going to Kev's point. Chris Richard being in Dallas scares me a slight bit. How do you feel about Chris Richard being gone, Kev? Now he's gone my team.
Being gone.
Yeah.
This is my thing. I understand why people are upset, but I look at what happened.
I don't even know who this is.
Chris Richard, the former defensive coordinator, now in Cowboy land.
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's not the defense. Obviously, he's not the defensive coordinator, but he's like an assistant.
My thing with Richard was like I liked him, but you look back at what this defense was the last couple of years. They weren't creating a lot of turnovers. It wasn't the same. Mm-hmm. And I think that they think that Ken Norton can bring back that swag that they had before.
I think that was a terrible hiring, to be honest.
I don't think it was. I think that Pete Carroll will have more say in the defense. I think I don't think him and Rashad were on the same page. I think it's going to be a bit of a younger defense. I don't think that this was as bad as a hire as you think.
I'm not the biggest fan, but obviously we haven't seen any production from it yet, so I can't fully judge on it. Yeah. As for Chris Richard being on my team, I think it's a decent hiring. Obviously, he's not the defensive coordinator, but it'll help some of our guys, especially the young secondary that we have, which was getting statistically better in the second half. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see how that works. Rob says he thinks the Rams fall back to earth next season. Some of us here agree. Some of us do not on that point. Alexander says if Brandon Cooks doesn't get injured, he thinks the Patriots would have won. Von Hook says, I think the 49ers will make the playoffs. I think they will. Maybe as a wild card, but I think they will.
I think they could win the division.
Possibly.
I mean, it's up for discussion, especially with that very easy schedule there.
Especially with like $60 million in free agency.
And they're going to have a really good draft class, too. I have another feeling they're going to have a really solid draft class like they did last year. So,
Who had a good draft class?
49ers.
Yeah, I think they'll be interesting next year. It'll be nice to see.
I'm interested. Let's see here. Keep going through here. Somebody's talking about how the Raptors are irrelevant and chokers until they win.
Who said that?
Oh, who said that? Dirk Camp. I gotta see them produce in the Eastern Conference, bro. They can't
say that to John. Thank you.
Yes.
I think they can beat Cleveland right now.
With the shitty ass defense they're playing, yes. But we'll see. They still gotta beat the Celtics.
And the fucking Warriors.
Well, I'm talking about in their own conference.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the Warriors.
I guess if they get to the finals, people would still say that's a success. So,
yeah. Well, you obviously yeah. For the Raptors, it's a success to get to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, that's even if they get blown out.
I'll say this right now: there's no fucking chance in hell that the Raptors beat the Warriors or Houston. No chance in hell.
No chance. There's no chance. I'm sorry. not this year. Nope. So good luck trying to make it.
If they get LeBron next year, maybe.
He's not coming to. He's
I'm
not
just
going
kidding.
to Toronto.
Hey,
He might
has
even
a-
go to the Warriors.
He
before
has a
goes to
Blaze
Toronto.
Pizza right down the street.
No,
Really?
nice, but he's not playing
he
in
does.
Toronto.
I did
He-
not.
he's- I'd love to see him in gold.
And he also came here to work in the gym at my school.
So I got me Drake
LeBron
and LeBron.
is a Ryerson Ram.
So I gotta go meet Drake. I gotta go meet LeBron. This could be an interesting offseason. You never know.
Yes.
I'll go down there, Toronto. Let's see here. Boda says Foles balled out. Yeah. Some people are speculating where Foles is going to next. Von Hook says Foles to Arizona. How are we feeling about that one?
There's a lot of places that needs a quarterback.
Two people said Foles to Arizona and Foles to Buffalo. Those are the two they said.
I
Maybe.
don't think he's going anywhere.
I think he is.
I don't think he is.
I think he is. We'll see though.
But he's a Super Bowl MVP, so fuck me.
That's
yeah, I
why.
mean, they could overpay him, but I just don't think he's going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. People were talking about the Vikings quarterback situation. What do we feel about that? Who's staying? Who's going?
We have plenty of time to talk about this, guys. We're trying to focus on the game, but if I had to answer right now, I honestly think Bridgewater is going to stay.
That might be true. I also have a slight feeling Bradford would stay. But there you go. That's how I feel. Deshaun says, y'all think that the Eagles are going to repeat next year? This is in terms of...
Way too early.
Yeah, it's way too early. They have a shot.
They're the chance.
Which is more to say than about a lot of teams. They have a shot.
Is Nick Foles now better than Blake Bortles?
Yeah. Are you? I said before he even played a freaking game, and you know this. I said this. Nick Foles is 500 times better than Blake Bortles. Get the fuck out of here.
Nobody said you didn't. Just as asking the question.
I'll throw a scenario out though.
Don't even ask me that question.
If Jimmy Graham's on the Jags next year, and they still have Blake Bortles, I give him a chance. I think if they improve that receiving core a little bit,
God,
I give them a chance anyways.
I hope.
Well, they're getting rid of Allen Robinson. I don't think he's going to resign.
Which is sad. Very sad.
No, it's not sad if they have Blake Bortles. I want him to actually do good on my fantasy team.
Well, I want somebody to be the quarterback other than Bortles. Like, I want Kirk to be the quarterback.
Nick Foles?
I want Kirk to be the quarterback there. It would be perfect.
If Kirk was the quarterback there, I'll say right now the Jags are going to win the Super Bowl.
I'd say they'd make it.
No slight to the Eagles.
Let's see here. Niners, the boys, and Steelers still on top of dynasties, says Bodo. I don't know how that's true, but
the Patriots dynasty is a lap ahead of those.
Even as a Cowboys fan, I would say that's pretty true. Let's see. A lot of comments, boys. A lot of comments. They've got the odds for next year's Super Bowl. Anybody want to hear these?
First is the Eagles.
No, actually, Patriots are still first.
Wow.
Yep.
Second is the Eagles.
Yes.
Third is the Jags.
No, Jags aren't even in the top 5.
Fourth, okay, I'm putting a bet on them right now. Third is the Packers.
Okay, here I'll do the top 5.
Okay,
Patriots 1, Eagles 2, Steelers 3.
That's dumb.
Vikings 4, Packers 5.
That's dumb.
Or actually, Vikings and Packers tied for 4th, but
Vegas, you're fucking idiots, bro. Where are the Saints?
This is Vegas.
Where are the Jags?
Yeah, where are either of those teams? I mean,
The
like,
Steelers? Give me a break. How many times do we need to see them to lose in the playoffs? Like, goodness me.
How many times have we said it on here?
It's like the Caps at this point. Like, God.
I don't know. It's funny. Deshaun says Montana is the GOAT. Incorrect answer.
See, like,
there's zero case for him at this point. There really is. There really is. Patriots defense was ignorant, says Dirk Kent.
I agree. I agree.
With the correct term.
They were overconfident. They thought they were sick when they weren't.
That's it.
Yeah.
They suck.
It's
not that they're
they were
ignorant.
sick when they weren't.
Suck.
I think that's just the wrong term. Like they were
I think
bad.
they just suck. Okay, continue.
Bodo says this is the worst defensive performance. Both teams should be embarrassed by that.
Yeah.
It was exciting though.
Hey, one team is more embarrassed than the other. That's all I'll say.
I don't think the Eagles will be embarrassed unless they go next season and their defense is shit, which I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
It might happen in the playoffs against a great quarterback, but until then.
Yeah, but that's what we've seen with this Eagles defense against a good quarterback that can get away from pressure or is good. Like, look at our losses this year. Alex Smith, yes, like the Chiefs were shit, but like we played them week 3 when no one knew what their new offense, like they were just going. We lost to the Seahawks. Like, we got so much pressure on Wilson, but Wilson would just, like, duck out. And then Dallas didn't really count because, like, we weren't even trying because we're at the point of the season
so you're
where
putting Dak in that conversation. I'll write that down.
Dak didn't play. Did he?
Oh. I don't know what game you're talking about, to be honest.
He's talking about the Week 17.
Dak played the whole game against our third stringers. Yes, I remember that. Yeah. And they won 6-0. They scored 6 points.
You said Dallas, though, so I was confused.
No, because we lost to Dallas, but we played our third stringers, and Dak played. Their starters played the whole game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And our backup stopped him. Yeah, I remember that. That
was awesome. I just think like.
And then we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I also
Eagles fans shouldn't be concerned about next year yet. Worry about that in August.
Oh, I'm just worried about what we just did. I'm not even worried about like we are the best team in the freaking world until September.
Who's giving this man the packs?
Congratulations, AC.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Kevo.
I'm gonna head out.
Oh,
I respect the Seahawks next year. Seahawks are my team.
Oh, there we go.
Kev, where are you going?
I gotta go. I gotta get up.
I know where he's going. He's going for one of those phone numbers he got.
No, he's going to his Kevlar chat.
That's going for
that's right.
One night stand. Hey, don't worry. Right. Sometimes one night stands turn into 2 night stands.
That you can only hope.
All right, have a good one, Kev.
Have a good one. See you, Kev. Bye.
All right, there's the last of Kev in the 2017-2018 season.
Kev, that's why he got the haircut. I see. All right.
He needed that.
All right. Yeah, I'm getting one tomorrow.
I got one Friday, so there you go. We're all getting haircuts.
Fuck, that's why the Patriots lost you. All right, continue.
Let's see. I'm looking. A lot of.
Just say everyone.
Well, I wanted to get to comments that more relate onto this game.
Like decent ones. Like if they're decent, say them. Not even if they're good.
Sean says, and this is funny, says Jaguars versus Seahawks in next year's Super Bowl. Well, that would be
Seahawks.
Could happen.
I think the Seahawks are getting there anytime soon.
I
just think to beat this Patriots, unless they make some big changes, the way to beat the Patriots, this Patriots team we've seen the last 3 years is just to beat their defense. And like that's
yeah, because I don't think you can hope to beat their offense
100%, and I'm the first to admit that. But that's why the game shifted on. Like we couldn't stop New England's defense at all, and all of a sudden Brandon Graham gets inside, forces the fumble.
Oh, it was with 2 minutes left. The game didn't really shift. It was just sort of over at that point.
But that was if they didn't turn the ball over, it was Patriots all the way.
Oh yeah, I know.
There's not a person that will say down. What was it? Down 5. Yeah. There's not a person that will say down 5. Patriots to the ball, 2:10 left with a timeout that they weren't going to win that game. Come on. Everyone that was like in between who was going to win that game was thinking Pats until that
I was as well. But when that fumble happened, I just meant it wasn't a shift in momentum. It was just the game was over. To me.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying like the Eagles did that. You know what I mean? Made that happen. Like put fate in their destiny and made it happen.
Okay.
Von Hook says Hawks are not going to the Super Bowl next season, as opposed to everybody. Now the comments come in of when we were arguing.
Love it.
I mean, I can read them if you want, but
Let's hear him.
okay.
Come on, Dylan. Open it up.
Open it out. Okay. Rob starts off by saying, "This is why I quit drinking."
Yeah, Rob also picked the Patriots. Okay, bring it on. Rob
I don't
was
think
a Patriots guy.
I don't think he did, but okay.
I think AC has like a list.
Rob picked the Patriots. Rob Ehrman picked the Patriots for the last week. He is sour. Let's go. Next one. Let's go. Bring him.
Towards that, but okay. Bodo says Adam is rocking.
Yeah.
Rocking.
No, Bodo's team Adam for sure.
Of course he is.
Bodo is like more than I think he likes the Eagles more than the Steelers.
Hey, Steelers are my second team, but it doesn't matter because my first team won the cup, the Stanley Cup.
Space says Adam is the reason I hate the Eagles.
I love it. Bring it on.
Kevin Durkant says delusional.
I love how I'm reading these along with you, and I love how you're skipping them.
Where am I
skipping them?
I've read every.
No, it's cool. You can skip them to your narrative. It's cool. It just keeps going.
Would you like to read the comments, AC? Would you like to read them?
I would love to read them.
Okay, go ahead. I love it.
Okay, I only have 10:59, so 30 minutes.
I'm at the comments. Started at about 11:30. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh, I'm at 10:59. I don't know. Like you skipped a lot.
No, I was going through comments all the way across the board. I'm getting to when we were arguing.
At what? 11:39. You said.
11:30.
11:30. Okay, I'll go down to 11:30.
Okay.
So that'd be 10:30 my time. I don't go that far.
You don't go that far? Okay, well, I'm promising
I only go.
I'm not skipping any comments here.
I saw you skip comments, but it's all good.
No, it's not true, but okay.
It's true. It's okay.
Yeah. Whatever,
but it is a little bit.
It's not. Whatever.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah. Some little tipsy there, don't you, buddy? King
little
says
tip.
this guy's an idiot. T. Clark says Foles outplayed Brady. Good game, though. Brady should retire. Nothing else to prove. And very odd that Malcolm Butler did not play a defensive snap. I think those are Clark's first assumptions. So there you go. Kevin says Adam is really acting like a girl bragging over his hot girlfriend.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier. Good one.
It was quite good. James says this podcast with the
At least
shit
I have a girlfriend, Dylan.
Actually, I do have one. I do have one.
What? You do?
What?
Yes,
why don't you talk to the boys about it?
Seriously?
It's personal business.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Oh man, yeah, exactly. You don't even
oh
talk
no,
to Mitch,
I talk
man.
to you every day.
No, you don't even talk to Mitch, man.
I didn't know.
Dylan, am I not one of your better friends?
I guess you're not, man.
And if I'm not, then that's okay.
No, you're just a YouTube buddy.
You are. Okay. Then why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know. She didn't think about bring it up in the moment.
Hey, I have a girlfriend, man.
That's fine.
It doesn't have to be big. It's like,
it's all good. You make believe. It's all good. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Monte Tail. All right, continue.
It's not me. I was actually on a date when the Cowboys were playing the Eagles early on this season. So, and I did bring that up in the chat.
Yeah. 6 months ago. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully the relationship.
I guess relationships are very short where you come from because that was November. So I don't know where you're coming from.
I know, dude. Where am I coming from?
Okay,
let's bring him on. Yeah, delusional. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
T-Clark says plays executed well by Foles and never folded in pressure. Well, I don't even know if there was pressure, but I agree he didn't do much. Let's see here.
You can't fold under pressure if there's none.
T. Clark says, Mitch, what do you think Pats look next season as Patricia and McDaniels leave for head coaching positions? Like, who do you think is going to take over?
Who do I think is going to take over? As far as I'm concerned, okay, I know that they are interviewing, what's his name? The guy, he was a Rutgers head coach, and he was also head coach for the Bucks.
Greg Schiano.
Greg Schiano. He might be the defense coordinator, but it's more likely to be Brian Flores, who was the linebacker coach, who also got interviewed for the Cardinals head coaching job.
Yeah, good dude.
Yeah, so he's a really good dude. He's done a lot with very little, in my opinion, and I think he's expected to be a head coach. So that's the next level for him, is to be the Patriots defense coordinator. Maybe they bring Schiano in as like a consultant or something. I wouldn't mind that. Offensively, I think it's rather going to be Chad O'Shea, who's the receiver coach, or it's going to be external.
Do you think that could cause a problem? Because, let's be honest. We've always put the New England Patriots coordinators on a pedestal. So it's like McDaniels. Obviously, we saw when he left, it wasn't as it was
still
good.
Great. It was great.
No, it was still great. But we've seen when it comes to championship level, do you think putting the receivers coach is going to be more Tom Brady, calling his own stuff?
I do think so. I do think so.
How about defensively? It's going to be more Belichick, whoever's the defense coordinator. It's going to be more Belichick calling the plays.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a little bit of a transitional period.
Okay.
But I don't think we're going to see too much of that in terms of it actually impacting the level of play from the team. I think there might be moments where we're like, wish that was McDaniels. I don't think it's going to be, and I'm especially interested because the Patriots aren't usually an organization to go out of their way to sign or sign someone from external teams.
Yeah.
They really like people to come from their own system. So it's going to be interesting. But, Belichick has done a really good job of finding like-minded coaches around him that, that work with the system well. And, so I think that they'll be fine. But to answer AC's question, I do think more will fall on to Belichick and Brady. And probably, honestly, until both of them retire, and then there'll be some sort of transitional period for that.
Fair enough. Durkant says, I feel bad for Stafford, to be honest. I kind of do too.
Stafford?
I don't know what he's saying in terms of it, but I guess in terms of how he's...
I felt bad for Stafford since the first year of his career.
Yeah.
Draft Ronald
He's a
Jones.
gunslinger.
He's on the Lions. I don't think it can get much worse.
Draft Ronald Jones. You'll get a running back to get 100 yards in a game.
Golden Tate is their best receiver.
He's very good,
something.
actually.
No, I know, but still.
AC hates Golden Tate, too.
No. I've had him on my fantasy teams. I'm just saying, he just, it's still Golden Tate.
He's just okay.
It's not Calvin Johnson. It's not,
No, but Megatron's a freaking legend.
I know, but it's just Golden Tate's your number one receiver. He's not a jump ball guy. It's like having Amendola as your number one wide receiver. We saw, it doesn't work out.
We also saw Marvin Jones upgrade himself this season. They're a very good combo. I still feel bad for him, though. When we get to the regular season next year, it'll be almost 5 years since the Lions have had a running back rush for 100 yards in the game. So I'm praying they get somebody, the rusher. Hopefully, my boy Ronald.
Okay. Well, actually, I was just informed that from another Patriots fan that Josh McDaniels might actually not go to Indy. So
really,
we'll see. I don't know.
Wow, that's interesting. Let's see. We got a lot of stuff here. In terms of the Stafford comments, Durkant says he's such a great and talented quarterback. He deserves better, and he has super potential to win a Super Bowl. So,
yeah, yes. I've already started. By the way, I'm this pumped about the offseason that I already started my rankings. During the playoffs. So if you want to know where Stafford is at this point, let me roll this up. I got it on the note, the iPhone notes. Stafford is ranked 6th at quarterback.
That's maybe.
That's including Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh. Wait, in top. Well, okay.
Can you guess my top 5? Let's see.
Okay, so Rodgers, Brady. This is in no particular order. Rodgers, Brady. Who would be the like a 3 position?
Wentz is in there.
Wentz.
Yeah, Wentz.
So two more.
Oh,
More?
you wouldn't have said that if I didn't say it.
I would have figured it out. Let's see. Not Ben. Not Ben at this
Nope.
point.
Ben is 8th. for
Is 8th? Okay. Breeze?
Yes, Breeze is 5th.
Okay. So I got to find one more. Nah, Kirk, he can't be at 4. He can't be at 4th.
No.
He's in the top 10, but he's ain't 4th.
I just think you're forgetting about one player.
I probably am. I'm just thinking.
Deshaun Watson?
Watson is 10th.
Fair enough as well. Let me pull up the teams because I feel like I am forgetting.
Derek Carr?
Nope.
Russell.
Kevol.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, why did I not?
There you go.
I was like, I was gonna get there somewhere. I was looking at the AFC.
So Stafford is behind Breeze, Wilson, Wentz, Rodgers, Brady.
Interesting. Where does Jimmy G rank? I know he's not
8, probably.
14th.
Okay.
14th.
Respectable.
That's fair.
Behind. So he's right behind. I'll give you the ranking. So he's right behind Ryan and right ahead of Alex Smith.
Fair enough there. Right.
But we can all agree that if the Patriots starts losing and Belichick's not there and Brady's not there, Mitch is going to be a 49ers fan.
No, I'm not.
I'll
like the 49ers. I won't start like being a fan of them. Like
I can't wait till the franchise goes into their downslope. It's going to happen.
But AC, I've lost
even if it's 7-9
Super Bowl.
I know.
And I'm still a fan.
Oh man, you couldn't handle 7-9 seasons. You couldn't handle it. I don't think you could. I've been there, man.
I honestly don't care if my team sucks.
Well, it's hard to say now, but
it doesn't affect me. It would affect me more if they were good and lose.
No, it's not about affecting. It's about what we do We talk about our team, and it would affect you a lot more. If
I think it would be easier to sit here and rip my team.
Rip your team, but when you know where you came from, and now
obviously that's going to be tough. It's unprecedented.
That's all I'm saying.
That's happened to every team.
Yeah,
I just don't think Mitch has felt that from hero to zero.
No, I haven't with the Patriots. I haven't.
Yes, and I think that's going to happen eventually. It might not be in the next couple of years.
It happens to everyone. It happened to Rome. It happened to Greece.
Happened to me.
It happened to AC.
It's happened to Dylan. They haven't won in what, like a long time.
Well, to be fair, Dylan hasn't even gotten the high yet. So
yeah, he hasn't even got to where I'm at right now.
Sorry, Dylan. Okay, next comment.
I've still got my 2011 Mavericks. I'll just keep that in my head. Let's see.
That was 1 year ago. That was an outlier more than anything.
Well, we still beat LeBron.
That was 6 years ago, and we're talking NFL.
And for all we know, the Eagles could also be an outlier.
And again, I just said it was a team that was my Mavericks team. So it's even if it was 6 years ago.
That was a long time ago, though. What have you done for me lately?
A long time ago. It was still when I was alive being a Mavericks fan.
What have you done for me lately?
So 2004 Eagles, if that was the case, whatever.
It doesn't matter. I'm 1-0 then.
Doesn't matter. That's the case. Oh yeah, I'm winning. I'm Charlie Sheen. I'm winning. Rob says on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot?
That aged you a bit. I'm winning. Do it properly at least.
You seem like you're winning there. Rob says on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is John
Better than losing
seat next season?
Okay, this is me because I am a big John Harbaugh guy. As much as I fucking despise the Ravens, John Harbaugh is one of the best coaches in the league, and I don't think that he should be on a hot seat. I think you need to first get rid of your terrible quarterback. Second, get some better players, and then let's talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah, John Harbaugh's an Andy Reid guy, and as we've seen, he's won a Super Bowl coming from the Andy Reid system, and obviously we've seen Peterson win a Super Bowl coming from the Andy Reid system. Not a lot of the assistant coaches we've seen win a Super Bowl. I think it's 2-0 now as head coaches coming from if we compare Andy Reid's system to Bill Belichick's system, we're up 2-0.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what he said. Continue.
No, I was just saying that if you think about it, you know what? Doug Pearson just won a Super Bowl. We've seen Jim Harbaugh win a Super Bowl. All guys that are Andy Reid disciples. I don't think the last time we saw a Bill Belichick disciple win a Super Bowl as a head coach. So I think he's 2-0 right now as disciples of Andy Reid. He's 2-0. Disciples of Belichick are
Also, a Belichick disciple
way.
helped you get to the Super Bowl too.
what?
A Belichick disciple helped you get
But
to
he
the
wasn't
Super
the
Bowl.
head coach, right? So if we're just saying head coach, Charlie Weiss hasn't won a Super Bowl.
And I don't
Romeo
honestly,
Crennel hasn't
I don't
won it.
think Romeo
McDaniels
Crennel
didn't
and
win a
Charlie
Super Bowl.
Weiss are Belichick disciples. I know technically they are, but like to me, I think they weren't around with Belichick long enough to be a disciple of Belichick. Like I think you need to be
How
like
many Super Bowls have Belichick disciples won?
0, as far as I think.
How many have
I don't
Andy
pay
Reid
attention
disciples
to
won?
I don't know.
So 2. So it's more than 0. Right?
Belichick's won a lot, and Andy Reid has won 0. So
okay, I understand that. But if we're just talking disciples,
So
how
it's
many have
one-on-one.
yeah,
Belichick's
but
won?
Belichick has 7 rings.
No, it's 0 for 2.
I'm talking about in terms of your argument versus his argument. You're both right.
Dylan.
Plus,
Dylan.
Belichick has produced the
Oh,
greatest
AC.
college coach.
Oh, you're just saying the same thing I say. Do something different. Switch it up.
You do
Belichick
something
also-
different than
Hey,
attacking.
Hey, let's end
No,
this
I'm
debate.
not.
Let's
dude.
end this
Just
debate by
do
saying
something
Belichick.
different. Come at me a different way,
Belichick
bro. Not that I.
What way am I attacking you from?
No, you're not attacking me, man. But you're just saying what I say to you. Like,
No,
have
it's
some fun with it.
definitely
Have some-
not true. If that's the same thing, then I would agree with your sentiments, and I don't.
Have some fun with it, bro. We're just having fun, man.
We're just having fun, man. I'm fed up with this world.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sounding like Tommy
it.
over there
Yeah,
with
Tommy.
ears.
Okay, there we go. There we go. That's
You're
the
sounding
Dylan
like-
chirp I wanted to hear.
Oh yeah.
If there's one Eagles fan I'm happy for, it's Sylvester Stallone, Rocky.
Oh, fuck you. You're not. So you boys aren't happy for me.
I'm happy for you, AC, but I'm happy for Rocky.
You know he's only a fan when they're in the playoffs.
He's also been a fan since the 70s.
I know, but he's also a fan when they only make the playoffs.
Okay.
So you're more happy than Sylvester's phone than me. Okay. That's where we're at. Okay.
I know this is gonna upset you, AC, but Sylvester Stallone has had a bigger impact on my life.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I can get that. Yeah. He's had a bigger impact.
So far, maybe you will surpass him one day. But so far, Sylvester Stallone has impacted my life through his art more than AC. Through
isn't
his
your
drunk
Twitter header
comments.
a Rocky quote too? Is that
Yes,
true?
it is.
Yeah. Okay. Like
That is my.
I'm just saying.
That is my favorite movie. That is the background on my phone.
Yeah. Protect the statue.
Yes.
And you know what? Patriots 5 days ago, someone put a Patriots jersey on the Rocky statue.
Yeah.
They lost. The Minnesota Vikings put Minnesota Vikings gear on the Rocky statue. They lost. So next year, if we see you in the finals,
Don't fuck with
in the
Rocky.
Champions Super Bowl, don't fuck with the Rocky statue. It's a bad omen. I'm just saying. We're 1-0 in Super Bowls, messing with the Rocky statue.
Okay. Dylan.
Okay, I'm gonna head out.
All right.
This is my final saying.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look at the camera to do this. Bottom line view. I have been pushed around. I have been belittled for my views on my Philadelphia Eagles. And these guys here have stood around and said, "You're not good enough. You're shit. your team's not going to go anywhere. And let me tell you, February 4th, 2018, look what our team just did. We're the Super Bowl champs. We're the #1 team in the world. So all you Philadelphia Eagles fans out there, join with me and the bottom line view contingent. If you, whatever team you cheer for, we took down the Patriots. The dynasties versus the dogs. We took them down. And I'm telling you, all those people that watch and like an underdog, you got to subscribe. You got to subscribe for the underdog. You got to watch our channel because the underdog's going to win again. Okay? The underdog's going to win again. And all those favorites, all those phonies out there, all those jabronis got nothing. But the Eagles are world champs. And for the next 4 months till September, might be longer than 4 months. I'm not a mathematician. But until then, the Eagles are world champs and are the best team in the NF frickin' L. So you say to your friends, you join this channel. You join the NFL BLV bottom line view. You subscribe because you ain't seen nothing yet. And that's why the bottom line says so. Peace.
See you, AC. Have a good
Love
one.
you guys. Love you guys.
Have a good night.
No hard feelings ever. Love you guys.
No.
Peace.
Love you too, AC. See ya.
I just wanted to play this small clip real quick of him saying that he was the haters.
I can't hear it.
Okay, hold on. Let me play. Oh, okay, there you go.
Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
That's how I feel about that. Oh, they had the knife against my back.
All right. And my response to AC is exactly what he said. Subscribe to the bottom line view. We're the best. We're the best NFL channel out there. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. We're the best.
Well, we love our guys. We love our supporters, but still.
No, we're the best.
I know. I'm just saying, like, guys like Sports Fury. We still
we respect them. We're the best. That's how you win a Super Bowl, AC. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Should we go over any more comments or anything else, Dylan?
I think we're about done here.
Yeah, it's been a long one. It's been a good one. As a fan that just watched his team lose the Super Bowl, I'm glad that I can come on here and voice my frustrations and talk about the game and talk to you guys. It's been great. Your participation in the chat has been next level. I hope you guys stick around throughout the entire offseason. Don't just come back for the next season, because the offseason is where everything starts. The offseason is where you can figure out, okay, who are the good players in the draft? Yep. Who do you want your team to draft? Who are the sneaky free agents that are good signings or bad signings for your teams? How are your teams looking in training camp? We'll have all that sort of stuff covered on this channel. Also, talking about other channels, subscribe to our NHL channel, which is now called Hot Take Hockey. Go subscribe to them. Fitty Trent is over there. John, Austin, myself. I just did recently a Penguins. There will be a lot of Penguin stuff. So if you're a Penguins fan, Canucks fan, go over there. And in general, hockey fans, hit up that, because we're going to have a lot of hockey content over there. That's going to be a great channel for this spring, as well as this channel. And who knows, what really the future holds for this channel in regards to content and videos. We're just going, having fun doing it, and we love the support that you guys give us. It's been a great 2017, 2018 season. And yeah, I've enjoyed it all the way through. So Dylan, do you have any final comments about this 2017-2018 NFL season? Anything to talk about to the fans? Anything to ask? I don't know. You got?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We do this for you guys. We wouldn't be putting in the work and the dedication, the time, everything that goes involved with this if it wasn't for you guys. So we appreciate your support here. A lot of stuff coming on the way. I mean, we got a long off season. There's a lot of things to discuss about the futures of certain NFL teams. You know, people say this is the NFL offseason, but the NFL really never stops. It just gets a little bit slower. So you're going to get some really good videos, some good content. What teams should be looking for the draft? What teams are we looking for success for next season? All this stuff is going to come out, and it's been a blast this season. We started the live streams of games. We did our weekly picks. We did a whole bunch of other things. We did a collab with Sports Fury. We've done a lot of things on this channel, and you guys have helped us grow tremendously. So we appreciate it, and continue to support us if you can with all the great content that we will be releasing in the offseason. I'm very excited. I'm planning on going to the NFL draft this year because it's in Arlington. So
live reactions
from I can't do that. But I will take pictures. I'll share my experience if I do go. Pretty sure I will though. Excited about making videos. I think I got one already in the mind. Still gotta, this is the night of.
I have so many ideas, guys.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of history videos. Like we didn't talk about that. But there's gonna be a lot of historical videos you guys are gonna see as well. A lot of ideas flowing around, so stay tuned. You're going to see some good content. Hopefully the other two guys will be able to get some solo videos out as well, because there won't be a lot of live streams.
I almost feel like we should hold some sort of tryouts. I want to look for talent. Mm-hmm. If you guys think you got what it takes to be on the Bottom Line View, hit us up on Twitter. Our links are in the description. If you think you could give something to the channel, provide something on recaps or whatever, and maybe you're talented with video editing or anything like that, and you think it would be cool to get involved, and you like what we have going on here, we're always looking for people to add to our roster. It's a family here at the Bottom Line View. We like having you here as subscribers, as viewers, but also if you have other skills that could help us with our product, then definitely hit us up. And that also, talking about the Twitter is where you can first find us. If you're not following us on Twitter, that's the place to follow us. That's where we are most active in terms of releasing content, talking about what's upcoming, talking about ideas for videos. So if you have any suggestions for videos, anything like that, you can leave it in the YouTube comments, but also, following us on Twitter, DMing us, commenting toward us. Bodo knows that better than anyone. Twitter is the place to go for that sort of stuff. So that being said,
although I hope you guys say the Rocky movies were trash, so I can't.
That's idiotic, Bodo. But regardless, maybe we will even do reviews of the Rocky movies. That would be fun. We're not sure what sort of content's coming out. It's going to be NFL mostly. We might throw in like a wrestling or a NBA or something, but we're trying to keep this an NFL channel, and that's just what we should say right now. But thanks guys for joining us here on this very long recap. We love you. We love all of you. Subscribe if you haven't, like the video if you haven't, and we hope to see you in the off season. From Mitch, AC, Kevol, and Dilly Vanilli, peace out and good night.